Welcome to the pre-holiday edition of the Viewer's Choice. Hello, everyone. I see there are people here. What's up? Let's see. Divinity Diva, what's up? Jenna V, hey. Jenna Mid, hey, what up? Shauna, what's good? I don't even know. Melanie, hey. Pistol, Girls Like Guns, what's up? Yeah, I'm here. You guys can hear me? Let me get this up. So I can hear other people because I apparently have some guests with me. Okay, so I sent out the link on DM to 2 people who we should be expecting. You want to hear my giggles? I'm sure there will be mad giggles. There you go. There's one right there, right? And yeah, if you would, I would appreciate it if you thumbs this up. Apparently, we are going to be moderating a little squabble that was occurring on Periscope between, I think I just heard someone come in, people that you all know. Lori is here, and yep. So we have Lori, and we're waiting on RORIE. Lori, would you care to talk? Yeah, exactly, madam. That's what I'm asking too. Did I? I'm sorry, Missy. I'll get it back to you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Eli, exactly. Yeah, Shauna, what? Right? Epic indeed, Shauna. Yeah, I'm waiting. What the fuck is going on exactly, madame? The Lori, yes. The Lori Green. The one and only. Here's Vegas. What's up, Vegas? I DM'd it to you on Twitter. Like, I have a group chat. Yes, I did get blocked from Lori's Periscope, so the fact that she's here, I mean, I'm like, Yeah, hey, Mara. Ooh, I don't even know. We're just trying to find some order in the chaos, and yeah, Lori, if you're talking, I can't hear you. Tanya gives me full permission to play her scope. Okay, I don't know. What was on? Yeah, happy Festivus, Dark Child. You doing the feats of strength later? World star, Shauna. Exactly. Always. This is the feats of strength. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I yelling into the mic again? I don't want to put you guys to sleep. It's the middle of the day. I know, century level shit, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what her deal is. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. World star. That's convenient. Yeah. Wait and see if maybe they're talking in DM or something. I don't know. Waiting. Yeah, apparently all hell is broken loose in the last few hours. Well, I appreciate that, Eli. Thanks for the thumbs up. Still can't hear me because Vegas and I have each other blocked. You guys might have to refresh if you can't hear. Yes, thank you. Please thumbs up, Melanie. Appreciate the reminder. Still can't hear Vegas and I have each other blocked.
I don't have you blocked.
You guys might have to refresh if you can't hear. And now I'm hearing me. Yes, thank you. Please thumbs up, Melanie. Appreciate the reminder. Now I'm hearing myself. Vegas and I have each other blocked.
I don't have you blocked.
Oh, hey, Dee. How's it going? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. Hell is always breaking loose or broken loose. Yeah, yes, please share this. We appreciate it. Truly confused. Me too, madame. Right, Lori P? Are you ready for this? It was, I think it was in Periscope or, oh, mid, what? You want to get something out there? What's up? Pay-per-view for women. Exactly. Perfect. Ah! Good God. Okay, I'm gonna narrate what Mid is saying. We invited both Lori and Rory on here to have a conversation and discuss. Felicia is just the arbitrator. Thank you. Go to your corners and come up fighting. We will rock you. Yeah, right? Get your popcorn. Oh, Mid says again, let them talk. You guys have questions, ask them. Mid, so be in your best behavior. Well, I can't expect miracles. No, it's good like that. Mid says, it's up to you to come to your own conclusions. Well said. You should be on YouTube Red so you can get paid for this, Felicia. I know, right? You better put this on adult content, Felicia. Mid says, ask them whatever you want. Yep. Don't tell their weights, though. Yeah, don't mess up my hangout. Please don't. This saying about you being horny. Yeah, I mean, cursing is fine. Just don't, I mean, I don't know. I mean, cursing should be fine. Yeah, Shauna can be our bikini girl. The round number card. Right on. No death threats. Yeah, good reminder. Well, I can hear my own voice echoing somewhere. Yeah, right? Don't act like prudes now. Oh, hey, Kat. Yeah, right? Happy holidays. Flawless victory. I can hear clicking, and that is not me. So I'm hearing something. I don't know. Lori, are you talking?
That's me. Can you hear me?
That's you? Okay. All right, Rory, hello. Okay,
I'm
cool.
clicking around. I just didn't know. Oh, look. Somebody fell out.
What? Oh. Oh, yeah, thank you. Kat says, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Please subscribe, share, and like this hangout for me, Felicia. Are they muted? No. I just came on here to just tease y'all. No, I'm not Nick. I wouldn't do that.
No, I was respecting Felicia and what she was doing with her hangout, so I wasn't saying anything.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, we're the only ones in here right now. Oh, here's Lori. Lori, can you talk? Like, I just bring her in. I just bring them in and then mute them.
Here's Lori.
Here we go. And
kind of like, here's Johnny, but
Apparently.
Lori.
Yes, I would appreciate it if, yeah, everyone's cool. It truly is a Festivus. Yep, holiday for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. It's Asshole Tour 2016, guys.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Woo! Thumbs up for that, guys. Everyone give me a thumbs
Yeah.
up. Asshole Tour 2016.
Oh, Shauna says, Rory, check to see if you have her blocked. Maybe that's
No,
it.
she's on panel. She wouldn't be able to be on panel if she was blocked.
Okay. I don't know.
I will check though.
Airing of grievances. That's it. That's what I was thinking. What does it say? Like if I click present to everyone, what does that do?
That presents you only.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lori says, try bouncing at Rory and see if I can talk. Is that, or do you want to exit for a second, Rory? And
hold on, because I reported her for a couple of videos, so I might have blocked her, but she shouldn't be able to come in the room if I am in the room. So
okay. I don't know.
Let's see. Let's see if she's on my block list.
No, she's not muted, Shauna. No.
Hold on. I'll come out.
It is the main event, Tucci.
I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, well now it says that you're on mute, Lori. So like you have yourself on mute. Yeah, Pay-Per-View 99. Thumbs this up, share, like, subscribe. Yeah. Cause this is where we really have things out. Viewer's choice. What up? Get this out and done. So yeah, 2017 isn't a shit show. Or more of a shit show. Yeah. Tucci, ding, ding, ding. In this corner we have... Shit. Yeah, someone has to come up with, like, boxing names. 26 thumbs up. Yes, thank you, Kat. Keeping... So what? She cannot. What? Oh, I hear those birds.
You can hear the birds?
Yep. So it's working. Haha.
Well, I can't mute them. Sorry.
Okay. It's cool. Okay, so now we have Lori. Rory, if you're listening, would you please step up? Hands in the middle.
Yeah, it's real life. Can you still hear my birds?
No. It's cool.
Oh,
yeah,
it's something with Rory.
Weaves, wigs, toupees, no popcorn. Sorry. Yeah, we're waiting on Rory, I think, now.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so I've determined that neither one of us have each other blocked.
We got Lori talking. I think we just got you talking. Oh my God, this is happening. Yes.
Birds' life matters. Yes. No animal shaming.
All right, TJ. Okay. All right. So, Mid. Yeah, good call. Says, I'll say this again. This is an unprecedented event. Let's try to behave as best we can. Thank you, Mid. I know, right? I'm on a roll. First Nicole Richie, now this. Right, Emrod? Yeah. First your love, tomorrow the world. That's a Ramones song. All right. So, let's get ready to rumble. Okay, so what exactly happened to bring about this scuffle? Who would like to start?
Either one, I don't care. If Rory wants to start, she could start.
Let's let Lori tell her convoluted lying story.
Okay, that's ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 you're a liar. Go fuck yourself.
Shit. Ding, ding, ding. Fates of strength.
Go ahead and tell your story, Lori.
Come
Go
out
ahead.
swinging. That's a
Go
good
ahead.
idea, Snake, a Q&A of topics. I have no idea what they would be. So if you want to come up with something, go for it, girl.
You want me to start?
Yeah, let her start.
It's up to you guys. Yeah, good, clean fight. That's hear
Rory
that.
and I were friends. We would talk all the time. I liked her very much. We got along great. She was very frightened of Lindsay and Boris. She would talk about them to me all the time. I would listen. I had never met Lindsay and Boris at all. As our friendship progressed, it never
Sorry, I gotta interrupt you really quickly. Melanie made a good point. Can Felicia ask Lori and Rory if they have their permission to keep this up? Otherwise, Lori could flag it after. Okay,
yes.
can you
No
get
flags.
that? No, can I get
flags.
that? Can you say that fully in a sentence?
I could say it. I will not flag this under any condition. I will not.
That I have permission to
whatever
keep this up.
I will own every word that I say.
Honestly, Felicia, but honestly, when we clicked into this, it straight up said it was live, and you can leave it up as long as you want. Like, even if we do flag it, you could just like say that they agreed to Google services. So I'm just letting you know.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody else flagging it either. These are my words, and it's okay.
Yeah, what Mid said, like, please repeat, you have my permission to leave.
You have my permission to leave this with no flagging. I give up my any rights or whatever. It belongs to you to do with what you feel.
Okay, but it's simple. You have my permission to leave this up.
Yeah, you have my permission to leave this up.
Thank you. And Rory, if you would, you have my permission to leave this up.
You have my permission to leave this up.
I think she's confused because you said Rory, but
oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yes, you do. What Tidings We Bring, Viewer's Choice, episode 15. I agree that you can leave my picture and my voice up on your video. There you go.
Sweet. God bless you. All right, as you were. Thank you.
Okay, Rory and I were friends. We were friends for months. We would talk for hours and hours on the phone till the wee hours of the morning, and everything was good. I liked her very much. I don't know why she keeps rehashing how we became friends. We became friends. I found her, I believe, through Nick. I was already friends with Nick at the time. It was on, I believe it was on live video that somebody mentioned the name, and I believe it was Nick, Vegas Vixen, not in a negative way. They just, that name. I went, wow, there's another person that's in this community in Las Vegas. This would be great. I contacted Rory, introduced myself. Hi, how are you? I'm in your neighborhood. We live probably about 20 minutes apart. And it would be, you know, I would have somebody. That's the only reason. I don't know why she's interpreted that there was anything else. I had never heard of the bottom of YouTube. I'd never heard of anything. Up until that point, it was fine between me and Vegas. We were fine. The problem started was the trolls started coming after us, the Purge, Stinky Wrinkle. We were all getting stressed out, accusing each other of being that person. And she was really frightening me about Boris and Lindsay. I turned around and I was like, well, you know, I don't troll. I don't do this. I don't know Boris and Lindsay. I'm going to contact Boris and Lindsay and get to the bottom of what Rory was saying. I contacted Boris and Lindsay. The conversation literally went like, I think my first words were like, please don't eat me. I've never done anything to you. I don't know you. And she proceeded not to trash Rory in any way. She never trashes Rory to me. We talk about like normal things, what her day was like, what she's cooking for dinner. I don't understand why Rory thinks that I would have betrayed her in that way. All I wanted to do was talk to Lindsay about not trolling me, and she never has. She's never, these things, I understand that Rory has a history of getting trolled. And there's never been any proof that I'm trolling. I don't troll. Rory knows what my volunteer position is. I can't troll. I can lose that. Notice up until this point, I have not lost that.
Can I ask, what exactly do you mean when you say troll?
To be honest, I don't even, it's making up fake names and defending yourself. That's what I think of trolling. I don't have any other names. My names are out there. What I go by on here, I go by Lori Green. On Twitter, it's Mushy Boo Boos and Unlimited Life Hacks.
What about Puppet Head Girl?
Who's Puppet Head Girl?
Well, allegedly, it's a troll name of yours.
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing. I don't know anybody by the name of Puppet Head Girl. And
Okay.
If there was a way to show an internet history, you would see.
Yeah, Mid makes a good point. Question to Lori. If your friend told you she was afraid of someone, why reach out to this person? Good point.
Because Rory told me that that person, it started with Rory screaming at me that person was on my pages and started accusing me of communicating with this person. I turned around and asked this person, what are you doing? Why are you are you going to attack me? Because I did find her, she was following me. I didn't even know she was following me. I didn't know this person, Lindsay. The only association with Lindsay I had, or any name, was what Rory told me.
Well, so if you said that she was following you and you didn't realize it.
Right.
So then why did you reach out to her? I mean, I would think
because
most
Rory
people
kept telling
would
me that this woman was going to attack me. And I am the type of person who turns around, and if somebody's going to say something to me, I'm going to say it right back to their face. Like, I'm going to, my words is to confront the person, not to hide behind a troll account.
Oh, hi, Tanya.
I wouldn't do that. I have a mouth. So I said something to Lindy, like, please don't eat me for breakfast. Like, that's what I said to her. Like, you're not trolling me, are you? And she said no. And then we started talking about Rory. She didn't even bring Rory
but
up.
what does that go? Like, let's go back to what you said trolling was. How would that be her her following you, someone who is a friend of someone that she doesn't like and who she follows? Why would that be trolling?
I acknowledge the fact that Vegas was very paranoid about this person, and all of a sudden her friend was talking to this person. I had hoped at the time to sort of do what you did and mitigate between them, like, stop following each other. I told Rory, ignore Lindsay. If Lindsay is attacking you, ignore it. I've told Lindsay, why don't you just stop talking? Just block each other and it's over. Like, go away. But Rory insists that Lindsay keeps going after her. Rory insists I keep going after her, and I do not troll under any name. And I wish you would have talked to me.
What exactly, like, okay, wait.
You
so you don't know what...
Do not make fun of my speech, okay? Because you have a lisp.
Was.
Like, and I have never once made fun of you. I know her name is
I'm
Lindy.
I'm going to mute you, Lori. I'm going to mute you. Please let me talk. Thank you. Okay, so here's what, like, I'm trying to say. So you didn't know what their beef was. Why did you decide to, like, try to moderate that or try to come to some kind of reunion between them?
Okay, good question. I had been listening to bad things about these people for months. And never once did Lindsay and Boris be able to tell their side of things. I contacted Lindsay to say, thinking to myself, okay, maybe I could say to Lindsay, leave Vegas alone, because I was already telling Vegas to leave Lindy alone. So as an adult, I went to both of them. I didn't have to go behind Lindy's back and actually talk. In the meantime, Lindsay did not then come back and talk about Rory. She didn't say the things that Rory was saying that she was saying. she told me about her life and that she lives with this person, Boris. At that point, I have, till this day, I have never spoken to them on the phone. I hear from Lindy every once in a while. I realize they do the Twitter thing, and I understand that. But I have never attacked or gone after Vegas Vixen using other forms of, I never periscoped up until this point about her. And that's because there's like 6 periscopes up there about me that she made. Last night, we weren't even talking about her. I am not against her makeup. Her makeup, I guess, is fine. I'm not into makeup, so I don't know. And
yeah, so yeah, if I can stop you, and I just want to see, like, yeah, because Rory is kind enough to be here as well. I wanted to, pivot and see what your take is on what Lori just said, and if you would give us your account of the back story to this.
Okay, can I respond to Glamorous Life?
What is she?
I've never said, Kat,
You said you
that I've talked to her on the phone. I have never talked to Liz on the phone, ever.
There's a couple of hangouts where you said you guys talk on the phone all the time.
No, we talk in DMs. I'm sorry if that was misconstrued. I have never talked to Lindy on the phone in my life. I've received 2 pictures of her with Boris. One was her standing in front of a poster that was in front of that Boris showed me the other day, was him in front of the poster, and then a photo of her, and one where they have their arms around each other, and then one where they're holding hands. That's the extent.
Do you know what the story behind that Duck Dynasty poster is? Do you?
No clue.
I would love to hear it.
Well, Boris's daughter bought that for him out of nowhere, and he's very proud of that, even though he doesn't like Duck Dynasty because he loves his daughter, and he displays the poster as a power trip, basically because it bothers people because it's Duck Dynasty. But when people make fun of it, he also goes on a rant about his daughter bought it for him one year for his birthday or Christmas or something, and he appreciates it. So yeah, that's what the poster is about, just to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's to provoke a reaction to people and then be able to.
If you look up blogger,
it's a peculiar thing to have, Mid. I think you'll agree. Says who cares about Duck Dynasty posts? It's the only thing I know about him.
Yes, he's not into Duck Dynasty, but it's that sometimes. You know what I mean? Like he values people that he cherished, if you know what I mean, or cherishes. If that yeah.
Gotcha.
So going on to your question, Lori wasn't. We met on a Wendy video, and that is where I met camera.
You're cutting in and out a little bit. Sorry. Let me see if it's.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, Lori and I met on a video called Wendy Lee is a Scam Artist. And it was a long time coming. There's a really long backstory on this. Kat and I had been friends. And basically, she was helping Nina out with her. And Nick was involved in that. And she was friends with Nick and did not know Nick. But Lori was a follower of, and I did a video called Wendy Lee is a Scam Artist, and it was a long time coming. Basically, I was holding my tongue for a long time and just snapped on her ass. So I think Lori's first fucking comment to me was the little T symbol, like TTT, because Nick shared it. And suddenly I had all these views, and it was like a big deal because I was defending Nina, I was defending Trisha, I was defending everyone, right?
Oh yeah. It makes a good point. If you could give a timeline of what time this happened, month, year.
Probably around May
of 2016.
2015.
2015. Okay, thank you.
No. Yeah, you're right. 2016.
Okay.
2016. So from that video, I didn't really edit anything from it. I mean, everyone that put stuff on there, I would edit only really harsh things about Wendy, like that were like really detrimental, or things that were too personal, where they were giving her personal information. A lot of people fucking hated her. All right. And I met Lori because apparently Wendy Lee attacked her hands or something over some comment on her native
Yes.
video.
Sorry, you're kind of like yeah, cutting out again. I'm sorry. Try refreshing me. I should refresh or. Wait. Sorry, what can I do to make this better? Wait.
It's probably my internet. I get my internet off the cell phone, so cell phone, as my son would say. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it just got better in like that second. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's when people walk in front of the cell phone or something. But long story short, I met Lori because Wendy insulted her hands. We started talking, and then my next video she talked about, because I did make a and having air conditioning in Las Vegas. She said, oh my God, it's so nice to know that somebody is in Las Vegas with me, and she was talking to me, whatever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Lori's a nice gal at the time. She was a nice gal, and I started talking to her.
And I thought you were a nice gal too. So let's start it out positive. We both liked each other.
Right. And we were talking or whatever, and then it came down to there was this bottom of YouTube meetup, and she didn't know what it was at first, and I explained it to her, and she said, oh my gosh, my friend is such a big, huge fan of Rosie O'Kelly. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, when did she come out? You're like in Vegas or whatever. Long story short, we met up, and that was history on how we met, basically.
Okay. Okay, and just
and
for
we had a
anyone
good time that
new
night.
to-
Let's up to that point, it's still good. We had a good time that night.
Well, you were claiming that we
Okay.
didn't have a good time, and we were so drunk off our asses that you were very uncomfortable.
Rory, you made that night a negative.
Yeah, I've heard different tellings of this night
Yeah,
from you,
that
Lori.
night
So
we
Do
went
we need to get
to
Rosie
out
O'Kelly
with.
involved, because she would like Rosie O'Kelly isn't a drunk, okay? She'll
No,
tell
I
you
never
how.
said anything negative about Rosie. I liked Rosie
No, you
very
didn't.
much.
But you said that you were very uncomfortable. But you know, when I talked to Rosie about it, she said, "Oh my gosh, like she said that you were drunk and she was uncomfortable. How he's buying drinks for everybody." And then on top of that, she said they wanted a party afterwards where how we worked, which I'm not going to disclose that on the internet. But you guys wanted to go out afterwards, and you knew fully well that I was at the pool noon. We invited you to dinner. You said, no, I'm going to have dinner with my husband. You had dinner with your husband. You met up with us later. And yeah, we had a couple of drinks in us because we were partying all fucking day long. Okay. And then you claimed that it's this horrible time, but yet you invited us out past the time that I could go out because I have a husband and stuff. I had to go home, and I was finally sober, but you're claiming I drove home drunk and I was so wasted. I don't know if you're aware, but there are 2 incidences that are documented on Rosie O'Kelly's channel where I slept over at their hotel room because I was too drunk to drive.
well, wait. Yeah, like Mid, thanks. Just mentioned, and this is a good point. So yeah, let me scroll up again because I just lost it. But it was that Lori, you just said you had a good time, but then you said that she made the night negative. So
She made the night negative afterwards. She took
So
what was a
going
good
home
time
early
that night and then turned it into something. My husband was offering her. Well, I'll tell you this: my husband wouldn't.
I don't know why you can't
do
see
that.
the view count. You guys,
Your husband-
yeah, I can see it. So I don't.
Your husband offered me drugs, Lori. Let's just be honest.
What drugs? My
Pink
husband.
pink oil out of a fucking vape pen.
What kind of what?
Pink oil. You know the oil that you get from weed out of a vape. He offered me that.
CBD oil.
Okay.
She knows what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Because I don't.
CBD oil is not. Okay, first of all, CBD oil is not not the same. You might not know what CBD oil is. You were vaping. You were vaping. CBD oil does not get you high. You know that.
Can someone look up CBD oil? Because we were talking about smoking weed all night long.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
look
Tanya
at the
mentioned
side
something.
chat.
How can a night be negative
CBD oil
afterwards?
is not a drug.
What
Well,
you're saying, Lori, no, going back to the subject, Lori, you
Mhm.
You just wait. Go back to this. Go back to this. You just accused my husband of offering you drugs, CBD oil. Okay, you just made a blanket statement, and then you told people to look it up.
cannabis oil. Wait a minute. So he offered me cannabis oil, but you're saying it's not a drug?
CBD oil is the only oil he has. That I wouldn't doubt that he would offer somebody.
Yeah,
you were
that seems like. Oh,
You
sorry.
were vaping that night in the hotel.
I basically was
CBD oil is not a drug, and it's legal.
Yeah, I think it.
That if you don't smoke weed, you don't want to drink. You don't want to smoke this. So whatever the fuck it was, I don't care what you're saying it is now.
Look at the side chat.
That's my thing.
Look at the side chat. CBD oil is what my husband uses.
Lavender is in beast mode today.
Lied to me and Rosie O'Kelly and Bobby that night when he offered it. Is that what you're saying?
What? The oil? No, I'm telling you that it's not a drug. Excuse me, my husband didn't walk up to you and say, here's drugs, like you just said.
Okay, I mean, I feel like that we're kind of getting sidetracked, and it doesn't really matter either way.
Because, you know, weed doesn't hurt anybody, but you're like sitting here thinking like you had this terrible night
savage
with all of
bitch.
us. You're like
Look
saying
on the side chat
kind of a
offered,
special
Rory.
edition today, I guess. Sorry. I don't know.
Just say, oops. Sorry, own it. CBD oil is not a drug.
I got a disclaimer before I was going to smoke out of that thing. That's the thing.
What?
So I'm not going to, whatever you say it is now, I got a disclaimer from your husband, what it was, before I smoked it, and I didn't smoke it because of that. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like we are getting sidetracked, and I wish we could just kind of move
doesn't get
on.
like that. I disagree.
Like, whatever.
Is
it doesn't
CBD
matter.
oil.
It's besides the point. I mean, can we move on with the night?
Let's do move on. Let's do move on. Okay, the whole point is
Thank
she had a terrible fucking night, okay? But I have, what, two other people that say that you wanted to party after I left. When I sobered up, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sober now. I said to everybody that I was fucking driving drunk home. Rosie O'Kelly has told me, girl, you can't drive home. Come stay in bed with Jen. And she's done it a couple of times. This is the character of Rosie O'Kelly, but you're like calling her a liar.
I never called Rory. Excuse me. I have never called Rosie O'Kelly a liar. Nor have I even asked.
I mean, I don't know. Like, we weren't there, I feel like. So I don't know. I mean, these are two conflicting accounts. I don't know what is.
Rory, I have never talked to Rosie about this incident. You keep telling me to talk to Rosie. I don't need to involve Rosie. I have no problem with Rosie. Rosie was very nice that night.
You already have involved Rosie by saying you had a terrible fucking night and we so wasted that it ruined your night and you would never hang out with us if you knew how drunk you were.
And that's not what I said. You're twisting my words.
Oh, do you want me to find the hangout and play it? Because
Rory, I said my husband thought Rosie was extremely nice. He had no problems. He thought he was drunk.
Point, man.
He got uncomfortable with me going out with somebody when the first time they met him was a drunk.
It wasn't a snort a horse or something. Like, it was something that may have been medicinal, but may have been, we're not entirely sure.
No matter what the fuck he was smoking out of his pipe. We're talking about how she said that she had a terrible night with us and it was like horrible.
I didn't say us. I had no problem with Rosie.
Oh, but you had a horrible night when you met us.
Rory.
Yeah.
Rory, move on to the next subject, please.
No. I'm not going to.
The subject is like, was it a good night or a bad night? Did you have fun or did you not?
And I'll move on. What was it? Was it a good night or a bad night?
I had a very pleasant night with.
So it was a good night.
Okay. If she wants, it was a pleasant night. Move on, or we'll be beating the dead dog all day.
Okay, so it was a good night. What? That's like, that was a good night. Good.
Hold on a sec. Someone's at the door. I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, Tallulah makes a good point. Says, Mid, why, if she thought it was weed, would she admit she was wrong? Because Lori said it was CBD, but it could have been marijuana oil. Just saying. Exactly. That's kind of like what I'm trying to say.
Either way, it's legal here.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, what the hell have I gotten myself into? Yeah, how exactly did this start off from Periscope for you, Lori?
What do you mean?
All right, I'm back.
Oh, I mean, like, well, like, when I first heard about whatever happened, you know, hey, Heather, what's up? Like, you were on Periscope talking about something, blah, blah. I don't know.
I've made 3 Periscopes.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Because I was responding to Rory. She makes them every day about me. Calling me a liar, calling me this, calling me names. She thinks that I am trolling her along with Lindy and Boris. And I can't convince her that I'm not involved in her trolling. Never has been. Never will be. Don't care. She thinks it's more than it ever was. I never would have been mad at her now if she didn't go off the deep end because I had communication with somebody. I'm an adult. I can communicate with anybody I want. I would not have attacked Rory over Lindsay and Boris at the beginning. Had Lindy and Boris started off by starting to badmouth Rory, I would have been like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Don't do that. But how it went down was Lindsay and Boris didn't badmouth Rory. It was completely opposite of what Rory was telling me. Rory had been badmouthing Lindy and Boris for ever and ever, and here is Lindy.
Then I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought it up. Let's keep going through the timeline.
But maybe
if that's
Rory
okay.
needs to understand that she's not doing this, Rory.
Lori. No, seriously, you know what? Yeah, shut the fuck up. You know what? Honestly, let's go back to like the beginning days of this when we all were talking, because Kat and Nick really knew each other, and then everyone kind of lobbed on.
Okay.
My thing is that Kat was doing hangouts, and at one point she got very furious with me because I had a hangout and the bottom of YouTube was on there. Okay. Mm-hmm. At that point, everyone was curious what the fuck is going on, because Boris and Lindy were under troll accounts giving people all this information about how, like, I know the personal information. I know everything that's going on. Carl was my friend. I'm truly aware of who Boris and Lindy were in July. Okay? So when I talked about Boris and Lindy, be giving me emails. I don't know if you saw Fugget's Periscopes, but she was like showing emails that Lindy was sending me similar. And Lori even thinks you're a liar. And I know Lindy's personality, and she wouldn't fucking lie about that shit. And I have the proof. I can show it to people if they want it.
Okay,
I can that shit. No, let me finish.
Yeah,
let me finish. Okay, so I already had the idea that she was talking to them. But when Tanya's child got attacked with those purge videos, and the first purge video came out, I was very concerned for Tanya. And I didn't even know Tanya at the time. She was just some lady that would come on to the viewer's voice that wasn't on the panel. And I didn't really know because I was like working on my business and stuff. And I just saw red and started throwing out shit about Lindy and Boris and my order of protection against Boris and what was going on and what happened to me, because I wanted to protect her. It had nothing to do with Lori, nothing. She made it about her because she said it was about her. I never said anything that they were coming after her. So for her to go in contact saying, oh my God, Kat said it in July, I said it then in September, I think. That is fucked up. That is really fucked up. So that's all I got to say.
Can you repeat that, what you just said? You never said anything and let me understand what you just said. Just repeat it because you were breaking up for me.
Yeah, it was a bit of a robo Rory for a second there. Sorry. Oh, jeez.
Went
Yeah.
balls.
Oh, no. It's even worse now. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hello.
Yeah.
I don't hear her at
Rory?
all now.
Goodness. Oof. Whoa, what should we do? Okay, I think she's coming back in. Yeah, Tucci, right? Like one thing at a time. Yeah, Lavender is in beast mode today. Damn. Oh, Rory's back.
Okay. I'm back on my phone. Fuck that shitty internet connection. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Wonderful. Thank you.
Story. I'll just redo it because apparently you guys couldn't hear me. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Thing happened in July when Boris.
Can you make it louder?
I think.
Vegas, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me, Felicia?
Yeah, you are a bit muted. Maybe, I don't know what microphone.
Okay, can you hear me now?
A little?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's just at a lower level. But I mean, yeah, it's we can hear you. Go for it.
Boris and Lindy were brought up in July when I did a hangout and the bottom of YouTube was on there and Kat
Oh
came
wait,
in.
I'm sorry. So can you guys hear?
I can
Side
barely
chat?
hear her.
Oh, thank you, Collie. Credit to Felicia for having the only one room. Yeah, turn it up
Can
on
you hear me?
controls.
Can you hear me?
I can turn it up, or Rory can turn it up.
Turn it up. You can turn it
In
up.
my control panel. Okay. I'm gonna get this. Okay. Oh my god. Where's the control? Jesus Christ. What is that, like live controls, you mean? Like
I'm going to try to switch out my headphones. I'll be right there. Maybe I can get a better headphone
live
so
control.
I can hear her.
All right, gotcha.
So hold on.
I can't see the side chat, by the way. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue how to do this. Hey.
Can you hear me, Felicia?
Yeah, I can hear control panel behind the main screen.
Right. But you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I guess no one else can. Control panel behind the main screen.
Everyone on the
What
side
the
chat,
fuck
I
does
can't
that
see
mean?
you, but if you can hear me, tell them you can hear me.
What the fuck's the main screen? What are you talking about?
Okay, anyways, I'm going to get through this, and if it doesn't go through, it doesn't go through. Basically, in July.
Great.
And during that time, Boris and Lindy were on side chat, and anybody who made a positive comment was like throwing out some shit from the bottom of YouTube, which was a convoluted idea of what was going on. And some of these people are my friends, like literally. So I know exactly what went on. Talking on Kat's side because of this, I just know from their experience what went on, and they were making it terrible. Okay, and so Kat and those hangouts are still up. Kat addressed it. And then everyone's like, what the fuck is this about? And we explained Lindy and Boris to them. So in July, they knew of Lindy and Boris. Okay. There. I think a month later or something, I did a hangout. And basically, the bottom of YouTube was there. And Kat wasn't very open about who actually were the scam artists, because there were some people on panel that weren't scam artists and people were like thinking that they were. So I did a video called Defending My Friends, which explained the whole thing. And she was very angry at me that I didn't block certain people because they were horrible to us in chat. So long story short, Lori was very aware of Lindy and Boris in July, and very aware of them in August and September and October. Now let's talk about this. When Tanya was attacked, I think it was in September, early September, I saw red because they were showing, she was very proud about this thing that she sent into Pampers where her son wanted to go in a diaper rather than potty training, and you could win like a lifetime thing of Pampers. And then on top of that, we all know she had a faux wall. And the purge came out, and they were claiming that her wall was dirty because they turned up the lights on, or the lighting on it, to make it look like her walls were dirty. And they were fucking with her hardcore, like as a mother, and saying call CPS basically.
Okay, these I might be able to hear her better.
Okay, so I went fucking AWOL, and I was like, you need to listen to me. Do not play with these people. This is fucked up. You need to get off the internet. You need to, like, there's certain precautions you have to take. Blah, blah, blah. That is when I started talking about Lindy and Boris.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that I was talking about them for months. She didn't know who they were. She did know who they were. And I have emails from Lindy saying that she was talking to Lori months before, and I was forwarding to Lori, and she saw that.
No.
So, yes, Lori.
No.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Rory.
I can go back in the back end
Rory,
of the house and show you what she was saying.
The same week that I contacted, the same week that I contacted her, in fact, the same day I told you, was the first time I ever had contact with Lindy. I don't know what Lindy was telling you to get under your skin, but I did not speak to Lindy. I immediately came to you and said I spoke to her immediately. You had been telling me, you're telling me that that was the first time you ever told me about Lindy and Boris. You have told me about Lindy and Boris since the first time we met, months before. I never contacted them, never thought that they contacted me, and never spoke. That is the truth. If Lindy had told you that I had been speaking to her, it is not the truth. I was not. And yes, I understand Lindy did say, you two got into a tiff together. And that's when I say, why didn't the two of you just stop talking to each other? And you got really angry with me.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
If you didn't get really angry with me at the time, okay?
Wait a minute. You're saying that I never told you that she said she met you before and we got in a tiff, but now you're
Rory,
saying she did?
The week that we stopped talking was the week I started talking with Lindy. You got very angry that I had been speaking with her.
Lindy a liar.
You got very paranoid. Well, like, you and Lindy were talking for months. No, we had not. We had never met. You told me that week, oh, she's following you on social media. I did not know who she was as far as her names on social media. You're getting really paranoid about this. I didn't say that. Okay? Lindy had never contacted me before. I had never spoken to Lindy. If there was somebody that you thought was trolling and under that Lindsay was using that name, okay? you have to tell me, and I will tell you the first time I
told
ever
you it was
spoke
under
to
her
that
name.
person.
I told you it was under her name. I showed you a screenshot of the fucking email.
Under
It's in
what
the
name
caption of
was
our
she
fucking
trolling me?
conversations. Nobody was trolling you, Lori. That's the thing. She was emailing me directly under her fucking
No,
name.
she wasn't.
Yes, she was, and I sent you the fucking thing. And you
I
know
mean,
what?
how can
what's
you
really
say
fucking
that
stuff?
she
Okay,
wasn't?
here's the thing, Lori. If I didn't tell you about this and all this stuff, right? Okay, let's say that I didn't tell you about this. Why
Wait,
the
hold on.
fuck
No,
would
it's
you
not.
contact something? Why the fuck would you contact someone where I said stay away from
I
her?
can't hear you, Rory.
Friend.
Yeah. And yeah, I wanted to like how exactly could you know what like someone isn't doing? You know? I mean, like I'm asking like Lori, like you said that no, she wasn't directly emailing her, but like I mean, you don't know that. You can't say someone like didn't, right? Because you don't know. I mean, she could have. As far as you know, she didn't, but there's always a chance that you don't know.
But I don't have any, I have no communication with Lindy.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that, I mean, okay, but like, I'm just saying that, like, you don't know what she did or didn't do when you weren't
To
around.
me, I was there.
No, to Rory.
You're right.
Yeah.
I do not know what she did to Rory. Rory
Okay.
has never sufficiently said to me, the two of them have fought. I understand that.
Oh, she knows
Me,
the whole story.
and
She's
it
lying.
would be as fair. Okay. Say I'm gonna give somebody an example. Me and you. One person is sitting there whispering in your ear for months about you. I'm going to be biased in anything that I think without giving Lindy a chance to even explain her side of things. And what I was seeing, Rory was saying a lot of things. How would Rory, you've said that Lindy abuses her mother. How do you know this?
She does, because her criminal record that she has that you can look up yourself, she went under her mother's fucking credit because she dodged it. She's one of those squatters that fucking pays the first of month's rent and it sits there. And then when she got kicked out and didn't have any other, and her mother wasn't home, she went on and used her mother's name. It is on her criminal record, okay? I'm saying this publicly because it is true. Her elderly
Can you
mother.
provide this criminal record?
Yes, I can.
I don't, okay.
It's public information, Lori. Why don't you look it up?
I don't look this type of information up on people.
Well,
I'm not interested in it.
If you're so concerned, go ahead and Google it because it's there.
Could the side chat please be respectful? Like, stop, just stop. Please. Okay, these people, like, you know, they came on here. They didn't have to do that. Please show them respect for that. Thank you.
She calls me a drunk, but she has a DUI. She calls Kat a fat ass with failed weight loss surgery, but she has failed weight surgery. She calls Corey a fucking broke ass bitch and rags her to the nth degree, but she's a broke ass bitch. So yeah, I'm gonna be up her fucking ass.
Okay. And I am telling you, she doesn't speak to me that way about you.
Yeah,
ever.
She does. Oh, come on. She's on every single fucking video of mine talking shit. I just don't have proof.
I just don't really understand. I mean, I'm trying to get this just from like my own perspective. Like, okay, so I mean, I don't like, I'm just thinking like if one of my friends has like beef with someone else and it's like predating the time that I met them, I'm not getting involved. Like if someone starts following me or trying to contact me, I'm just like icing them out because I don't know. And it's really not something for me to get involved with.
Yeah, because at this point, Rory was telling me that these people were starting to go after me.
No, I did not say that. I said they were going after Tanya. I said they were going after Tanya. I was concerned about Tanya, not you.
Okay.
I didn't know
That's
Tanya.
what you're saying, that you were worried about Tanya.
As a mother of a 3-year-old, and
I can't hear you.
I was concerned about her.
Yeah, you have to get at mid for that laugh. $20. It's for you to be nice. No, I like you in beast mode though. Keep it up. Sorry. Yeah, and yeah. Well, there's another conversation that was going on in the side chat that I want to address later involving Snake, and I saw my moderators talking about shout out to them. So yeah, okay, go on. Just making a note because I don't. We can talk about that later. Go on. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead, Lori. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm looking at your tweets, trying to find, not your tweets, your text messages to me right now. I see a lot about Lindsay having nothing to do with Tanya.
Because that is not Lindy's style, but it's somebody else's style.
Whose?
Why don't you read those texts, Lori? Just read them out loud. I give you permission.
I could do that.
Read them all out loud. Yeah, do that.
Okay, 1 minute. Should I start on Sunday, September 11th, the first tweet of the day?
You know, honestly, Lori, whatever you were fucking bullshitting about, why don't you just read all those texts that you
I just said I was going to. I'm asking you if I should start.
Whatever fucking text you want to read, go ahead and do it.
Okay. This is Sunday, September 11th. This is me talking to you.
Yeah. Wait, could you just tell us who you think it is, Rory? Like, do we have to go through every text?
I'm not gonna say it publicly because it's like part of a fucking thing. I'll tell you later.
All right.
Yeah. Lori can read off her fucking text because it's very apparent from those.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. This is me talking first. Oh shoot! 1 second. Bounced out. Okay. Sunday, September 11th. You need to stop feeding things to them. People see you fighting, and it's bad for your brand. Right now, you need to distance yourself from the Cat and Rory. Wait a minute, I lost my place. People see you fighting, and it's bad for your brand. Right now, you need to distance yourself from the Cat and Rory and social media. I didn't say not to be friends. You can't be Cat and Rory. And then it says, then your turn to text me back. You know what's bad for my brand? Allowing trolls on your side chat and comment section to bash my makeup line. I don't know how publicly showing what this drunk was saying was a lie, down to the law degree. They are hiding.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have no idea what this is about or what's going on. I have no idea what any of this has to do with anything. Can we please just
asking me that
plainly?
She's upset about. Rory.
I'm so confused.
Okay, Rory.
Please give me some context. Thank you.
Okay. Some of the last conversations that we had.
Oh, were they in October? Were they in September?
No, I said September 11th.
Okay, so our last conversation was when, Lori? When?
Our last conversations that we were talking about this was September. Wait.
Okay, like, can I ask what relevance this actually has?
I just want to hear her say the date, and I will tell you what relevance it is in a minute.
Okay.
We had the last communication on October 7th.
October 7th. Let's check this here. Because I'm going to tweet this shit, Lori. I'm going to tweet this. So are you sure it's October 7th?
Yeah, I'm completely lost to side chat. Everyone on side chat. I don't know
last
what
date
any
in my
of this
phone.
is even. I don't know.
Was October 7th at 5:48 a.m. And I wrote, I have to tell you something.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Midrit here. Rory needs to speak and stop all these mindless riddles.
Our correspondence was September 29th. Okay.
Is that when it started?
fucking blocked you, and October 7th you doxed yourself, and I made you aware of it, and you didn't give a fuck, and then you said I have to tell you something. Is that true?
Okay, can we please just like speak plainly? We're not in a court of law here. Like, this is YouTube, this is Twitter, this is the internet,
Oh, no, Felicia,
freedom of
this is
speech.
very important. This is very
Yeah,
important.
I never accused you of doxing my info, Rory. In fact,
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. I just responded to a Periscope that you did 24 days ago that you said I doxed your info.
No, Rory.
You can't say that I never
Rory.
doxed your info. You said that I did.
Yeah. Rory, I said you said I doxed your information.
Yeah, what
I
Tucci
have never
says.
said
You
that
did.
you
Please
were the
make
one
your
who
point
doxed
and move
my
on to the
information.
next.
My
Yes,
information is available on Google.
I have a screenshot
I
of
said you in a
putting my business
Periscope
address
that
on your
day,
side chat.
Rory. You on that day said that I was doxing the address of where
Okay, Rory,
your
can you
business
just tell it just okay, if you have to rhyme a name with something, can you just tell us who you think was sending these texts, or like who it wasn't Lindy? Who do you think it was? According to you, it wasn't Lindy. Please.
What?
Please help me out
Purge?
here.
The Purge?
I have no idea. But whoever it was that we're talking about.
What I'm trying to get at
Yes.
is I filed an order of protection against Lori Green on October 17th. She is claiming that she got fucking text messages from me in mid-October. No, I do agree, it was October 7th because I just looked at it. And it was to tell her, to give her the courtesy that she doxed herself. Doxed herself by putting in the Kimberly Noel Castillo. Everybody could look up that fancy gemstones and look up her Reddit page, okay? So when she says she's fucking doxed, she was not doxed. She doxed herself.
Right.
Rory, even you pointing that out is pointing people to my address. You said.
You told
So
everyone on Periscope how to find my
who do you think was posing as you? Is that what it is?
Send nude pictures of myself to my children's school.
Rory, I said, you see, that's the problem. You're not understanding what I'm saying to you.
You're saying you're fucking lying through your teeth and trying to cover your ass. That's what you're doing.
Rory, why are you so worried about this? You're getting really,
I'm not worried about anything. I'm fucking pissed off.
Rory.
It's a lot to piss me off. You know that.
I can't even hear her.
I'm pissed off at a lot of people, but you really piss me off.
Rory, I can't hear you. I hear you screaming and I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, she can't hear me. She doesn't have ears, guys. She can't hear me. Fuck her.
This is ridiculous. Rory, I can't hear what you're saying. Physically turn your mic up.
Okay, so wait. All right. So you did contact Lori to say that she doxed herself, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she was
all right.
concerned that her.
Okay.
Yes.
So we got that.
She didn't give a shit. She just wanted to tell me some bullshit story about how someone's stalking me.
Rory, on that day that we were talking, I told you about a video that was sent to me.
You did. And you said Iris
up.
and Nick saw it, and they didn't know what you were talking about. And I don't have a silver car, so you were fucking
Rory.
lying, Lori. You were fucking lying. Are you calling Nick
This
and Lori
is
a
ridiculous.
liar? Or are you calling Irish and
La 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 la.
Okay, don't la 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 over people. Like, we're trying to be respectful here. Please, both of you, please.
Well, when
she's basically in this conversation saying that Irish and Nick are liars because they didn't know what she was talking about, but she had to throw in something about how someone was following me and they had, like, I don't wear jeans, okay, Lori, I don't wear jeans, but you said it was a video of you in jeans in front of a silver car. I don't have a silver car, one, and I don't have fucking jeans. And then when I asked Irish about it and Nick, they didn't know what you were talking about.
Okay, so look. Okay, so. Okay, so it was a fun night back in May, right?
No, that was September.
I mean, like, yeah, we went from May to September. And yeah, you did say that you thought that someone was texting something about you, like, to a person who was not Lindy. And can you just tell us, please? Like, even if you have to make up like a name that rhymes, just please, come on. Please help me out here.
Felicia, check your Twitter. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, so you think it was a friend of, am I allowed to say it? I mean, of Boris?
No, don't say it.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
say
well,
the
you already
actual name of the person that you said you
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
is. I said that it's someone associated with that person.
Right.
So it wasn't that person.
No, it wasn't Boris. No.
Well,
He's not that
then it's
talented.
fine.
So, anyways.
I don't know. It's a new name that I haven't heard in this story before.
Right.
So I'm not trying to confuse things any further. Okay. So I'm not even sure why it's relevant, why those texts are even relevant, I guess. Like, I don't know why that we went from May to September.
Mhm.
What happened in June? What happened in July? What happened in August? Like, you know, what?
Okay, what happened in June, we were all friends. What happened, and it was all about Nina, right? And
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about the Nina thing, so I was just there. What happened in July was Kat started hangouts. We were all there. We were having a good time. We had different people on there. August was when people started branching out and doing their own hangouts. And that is when Lori started pretty much doing defamation on me, basically saying that I was a fucking drunk driver and I was periscoping driving sober. That's where it went. Like, we were all getting along in between, so it really doesn't matter. But at that point, like, if we're talking about the argument, it started in August.
Okay. So in August, that is what I'm picking up here. That's when, or about thereabouts, when you found out that Lori was speaking with Lindy in some way, or having communication in some way.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back at my stuff, but yeah, that was about when the purge occurred, and Tanya was the subject of the purge, and I saw red. Yes, late August, very late.
Okay,
August,
and you felt that this was probably the work of like Lindy and Company, or is that why you saw red? Or
no, we're skipping over the Stinky Wrinkle shit.
I don't even know why that was an issue to begin with, but okay.
Stinky Wrinkle was the only person Stinky Wrinkle was following was one of Lindy's troll names, and we knew it was Lindy. And basically, their descriptions in their box when they were doing the Wendy thing, downloading your periscopes, which I appreciated. It was cool, you know, whatever. But Kat, eat another donut, and Rory, go have another drink. And we kind of like just figured that whoever's following who, and Kat saw red on that one too, which Kat, we should have on here so she can explain that, because I really wasn't involved with that, but we did know that it had something to do with Lindy. So basically we saw red.
Okay, so yeah, so you felt that Lindy and her people she was associated with were in some way responsible for the like video targeting Tanya's son. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Not Lindy.
Yeah, no, but someone within that camp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Go on. Please.
Someone who owned the channel Ghostface at one point, because it was very Ghostface-esque. So yeah, I'll say that.
Ghostface Killer?
No, there was this channel called Ghostface, and they had a specific video style, and it was very Purge-esque.
Oh.
We do know the history with Boris and CPS and all this other stuff, so we kind of got a little inkling of what was going on, basically. And I saw red, and I was like, fuck this shit, because these people will go after you and they'll do all this shit to you, because I've experienced it myself. So no Tanya worth a shit, and I was just like seeing red and basically warning her about everything that's happened to me. Not necessarily that they were doing it to her, but this is what people on the internet do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of ascribed blame to Lindy's camp. for lack of a better term. Not exactly sure who
Not
entirely
even-
that would encompass. But okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even a Lindy thing. It was more like a Boris thing, but yeah.
Okay, so all right, and then you found out that Lori had been communicating with Lindy.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Lindy had been telling us via email that even Lori thinks you're a liar, and I'm sitting here having a conversation with Lori. And then suddenly, like a week later, Boris is on her chat. It kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I just wondered, like, if you knew about like the Ghostface account, like, couldn't there have been other people like copying it or like emulating that style? I mean, it could be like a mimetic kind of thing where people like propagate the same thing over, like a meme.
Well, if you think about it, like there's certain video styles and they're very hard to emulate exact styles, but just stupid shit like pulling things from different places and throwing them in with the same wording and all this other stuff. It was just very
Well, yeah,
so,
but I mean, like, it could be that, I mean, it could just be a style to be emulated,
Right, but when I'm hearing from Lindy that she's talking to Lori, it's a little different.
Sorry, could you repeat that once more?
When I'm hearing from Lindy via email that she's talking to Lori, it's a little different.
Yeah, so she's telling you that she's talking to Lori and that Lori thinks you're
Yes.
a liar? Oh,
No, Lori claims that she talked to her after the fact, and I really don't think Lindy's bold enough to lie like that. You know what I mean? Like, she lies a lot, but she's not bold enough to lie with someone that I have a personal connection with, that she's talking to them.
wait, so Kat's saying that Ghostface is someone named Nicole Green, a T-girl
Yes.
from the bottom of YouTube.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. And this is the person who you feel was responsible ultimately?
I feel that was behind some of I feel like the Purge had two creators and someone gave up and someone took over. That's what I feel.
Okay. I see.
There is an imitator there.
I just wonder, like, okay, so why exactly would it make sense for like Boris or something?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to just like totally get this sort of straightened out in my mind.
Felicia, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. Let me just respond to this before she goes off.
Yes.
I was not talking to Lindy. I do not know why Lindy would say I was talking to her, unless
Because
Lindy
she's a
was trying
scumbag.
to get your goat. I was not talking to her before that date. We never spoke on the phone till this day to today. We have never spoken on the phone. I'm not involved with
Okay,
them
not
under that
spoken, but
capacity.
had communication with. Like, you
I
said
was
that you were
not
emailing.
communicating with anybody by the name of Nicole Green.
Oh, yeah, that's not the question. Like,
Which is really weird because that's my daughter's name. So let's just, in case you guys have heard me saying Nicole, I have a daughter that name. Rory,
Yeah, no.
maybe this information
I'm asking about
is getting
Lindy.
to you and to me, and they're different.
well,
You're
I'm asking
assuming
about
a lot.
Lindy.
I did not.
I'm not assuming a lot. I'm
Communicate with
telling you the
Lindy.
facts of what my understanding
This
was,
is
and I
not
took
a fact
beforehand to be
because I'm
aware.
telling you I was
But
not
you contacted
communicating
these
with her.
people. You contacted these people and thought they were the bee's knees. And put them on your
Later,
fucking channel. So I was your friend for
one-
months.
Wait,
I was
I'm
friends
seeing
for
that
months,
people
never did
are
anything to
saying,
you.
can you guys not hear Lori at all still? I don't know, my thing might be delayed, but
I can hear them.
I know I can hear, but if they can't hear, then they're missing a lot. So
I'm going to
I think
try to.
the ultimate
refresh.
question is, Lori, when you had a friend like me that lived in the same town as you and we were so nice to each other and I was trying to protect Tanya and
Okay,
you
so
knew
you
that,
can-
why
okay.
did you contact them? Goes. That's my thing. Why did she contact them?
oh,
Felicia?
I think it's because some people were having issues, so she's
Can
back.
she hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think
now-
everyone,
now it's
yeah,
better?
okay. Yeah, and yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, when I said that you were in contact with her, I was talking about Lindy.
Right.
And you had been.
She's making a much bigger deal in the contact with
Okay, but-
Lindy than
Okay, just for my
the first
own
time I had
understanding, right?
contact with Lindy was way after what Rory is saying. I contacted Lindy for one purpose and one purpose only. It was after the Purge video started to come out, and I was frightened. And even Vegas can tell you that even in one of her tweets, she says, I know you don't want to hear this. I know you're frightened. I said, yes, I'm frightened. Because my daughter had already had my Facebook was taken. The pictures were taken off my Facebook already. They were out there. Yeah,
But
I
so
was
what? I
frightened. They
mean,
had never
I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I understand
There
that.
was
Like, maybe if you're not,
there was not just her pictures.
you know,
okay,
I've been
maybe
online
not
since
as
like
many.
forever. I'm used to like, you know, people get catfish, people like take their foot, like whatever. It's
Right,
not
and
a
they're
big deal to
doing
me.
it. They took my daughter's name. They took my daughter's photo.
Yeah, yeah, that
Pretended
happens.
to be her. Right. So it
Yeah, a lot
happened.
of weird people. I don't know.
And what I'm saying is what you're making of this, Rory, and I will respect that that's how you feel.
I mean,
And I
yeah,
can respect that maybe Lindy did do this to taunt you. And I'm going to say that I know it would get under your skin if Lindy had said that to you. I can get how that is. But as your friend, you should have had known better than I was going to Lindy and starting to badmouth you to her. My only purpose to go to Lindy was, Rory, I gave you the respect. Stop it.
I'm quite
Only
sure
Rory,
keep
I'm
on
speaking,
yapping,
and I gave
okay?
you
Just
the
keep on
respect to
laughing.
talk. I gave you
Yeah,
the
I'm
respect
sorry.
to talk.
I
Okay?
can't control my laughter. I'm sorry.
Rory, we're supposed to keep this on a mature level. Stop it.
I can't control my laughter. I'm
Well,
sorry.
shut up.
All right, I'll shut up for you, Lord.
Thank you.
I will shut up for you,
Your
Lord.
mate, you have no way of saying or having proof that I was contacting Lynn. Lindy has said, first time we had contact was the week I told you we had contact. I
which
have never
was what week was that?
You told me, I have a text message here that you told me that even Nick was in contact with Lindy and Boris, and I don't even think Nick has ever spoken a word to them.
Show the text, Lori. Show the text. I give you permission to screenshot.
Yo, screen side chats, people. I haven't muted anyone, so
I'm just respecting Lori's words.
Okay, let me find it.
Well,
Go ahead.
okay, here's.
Now I gotta ask you, Lori.
Well, I'm trying to establish a timeline here. Can we like? Okay, like I don't. Whatever. Okay, the point is, Lori got in contact with Lindy, who had been having some kind of beef with Rory.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Rory was telling me that Lindy was going after me. That is why I got into contact with.
I didn't say she was going after you, Lori. I said she was going after picking Tanya, if anything.
Excuse me, me and Tanya were in the same Purge video. Excuse me, me and Tanya were in the same exact Purge video, both of us, and my daughter's image was being used on Twitter. I'm sorry if I can assume if you're saying this person in the same video is going after Tanya and seeing that it was in the same video, they're now going after my child. Forgive me for assuming that maybe it was the same person. Okay, I contacted her directly because that's what I do.
Okay, why? But like, okay, here's the thing. Why would it be like, oh, this person is coming after me, I need to broker peace with them? Like, why wouldn't it?
To broker peace with me, because I said to her, please don't eat me for breakfast. Why would you be doing this? And I had said the same thing in the conversation with Rory, which she keeps interrupting me that I wanted to read. She was sitting there telling me all about Lindy. Well, maybe Lindy didn't do this. I was starting to see inconsistencies with what Rory was saying. And I wanted to go to the source myself since Lindy was being accused.
Well, how did you know that she would be honest to you? I mean,
why would you not speak to somebody if somebody is telling you this person is attacking you? Why would I? I've never spoken to Lindy. Why would she have attacked me? I had never had a bad word with her. Why would she have attacked me? Okay.
People don't need. Oh, hey, Artemis. Is Artemis here? Awesome. Okay, so.
At this point, the only person talking negative about Lindy was Rory. And Rory was telling me that Lindy was the one who was attacking Tanya and me. Okay, I
Okay,
went
so
to
why would you
Tanya
reach out to
and
her?
said to
I
her,
did not
why
say
are
it was
you
Lindy.
doing this?
I
I
showed you emails of what she was saying to me, and you went apparently to Lindy. I was not saying it was Lindy.
That's not true, Rory.
I have many scopes saying this isn't her style. So you can't say that I said it was Lindy. Go back in the back end of
Yeah, Lori
the
P
chat
says,
we're in.
I'm sorry, but if my friend told me that they were being harassed by someone, I certainly would never go talk to them. This is what the point I've been trying to get
Why?
to. Thank you.
Why would you not
Exactly.
go directly to the person? Why do you need a
Because there are
go-between?
people who are mentally ill who will fuck you up. Okay? Like, there are people who do things for
Rory.
reasons that don't make sense to any of us.
But why would so far,
I mean, you
Rory
cannot
has showed
reason
me
with some
nothing.
people. There are some people that are actually like having a break with reality and who see any sort of approach from anyone as an
I'm
attack.
sorry, I
and
go to the, if
respond in
somebody's saying
kind.
they're attacking me, I go to the source. I don't need to go behind people's backs and talk about them.
Yeah,
I
and
went
like I said,
directly
go
to Lindy.
find where I said
Spent
Lindy
half
was
an hour
attacking
trying to get to
you.
that
Go find
point. Thank you.
Well, you keep interrupting me, Rory.
No, I don't.
Yes, you cannot reason with crazy. Like, there are people who really are not on the same playing field as the rest of us, and you don't know them. You could have been. You could have been potentially.
More than one, considering she
Lori,
has over
Lori,
20.
you could have
Stop it! I'm
potentially
showing
put
you. You
yourself
just
in
asked me for
danger.
something. You just asked me.
You
for
could have put
something.
yourself in danger.
You just asked me for something.
Do you
I'm
not
giving
see
it
that?
to you. Okay. Well, I guarantee you shared more than one, considering she has over 20 false names. You might have not known. This is Rory speaking. I can show you the emails between her and Kat and I. She's freaking because we never ever told her oops on her. She stole her mother's identity and threw her in a home, racked up with credit cards in her name, filed bankruptcy twice. She gives no shit about her mom. She catfishes men under her mom's sign up.
Wait, who are we talking about?
This is what Rory has written to me. She catfishes under her mom's sign up personal information and makes up multiple user accounts. Her name isn't even Lindy Duncan. She just took the Duncan name because she's obsessed with a YouTuber named Lisa Duncan and claims she was related. She only lobbied into Kat because she bought a pair of used designer shoes from her. Like I said, she thinks she won. You all gave her that fuel over stupid, petty bullshit. Kat's been saying it from the beginning. I've been saying it for months. Wait, now this is where you say, I've been saying it for months. Almost every troll account in your side chat. Go back and look at Kat's freak out with me and my reaction video. If it wasn't true, you know me. I just let it go and let it be. I'm just saying, even if Kat was the devil, which she's not, if I ever went against her, my abusers would win. Bigger picture here. Then I wrote back, why can't you just let them win? What does it matter? And she wrote, because they will never go away. They threaten my life. They threaten my mother's life. They make 4-hour hangouts bashing my makeup line. They will never go away. The more success I get, the more they harass.
Yeah, I want to point out what Lori Lori P is saying. Can we just establish that Lindy is a psycho and stalks Rory and make her a non-issue at this point? For fuck's sake! Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Why are we going to do that to Lindy?
I have to tell you the timeline on this. So this is after
because she's irrelevant.
Boris on her hangout. This is after she had Boris on her hangout.
No, this was before.
Lori,
okay, can I finish this?
Yes.
Why are you interrupting me? Are you afraid of me?
I agree.
Are you afraid of me finishing these texts? So let me finish. They will never go away. They called the school my son is going to tell them about how I was talking about Walter's teacher on your hangout. So you just told me that they did this. Last year they doxed where my son went to school. It had nothing to do with the fact that maybe you walked your son to school on Periscope.
Oh, because you know how
I had no idea that teacher X. Like, let me finish. I had no idea the teacher explained her behavior the next day. Walter missed school to finish up his shots. And when I went in there on Friday to excuse him, the secretary told me, so come on. So I said, so come in on our chats using another name and only make videos, delete all troll accounts. They don't make them, she wrote, they don't make them on my channel. They make them on yours, Nick's, and others. I've blocked them by making them approved only by keyword. Like I said, this whole thing really only affected me. They have said everything they could about Kat and are just repeating themselves. So this had nothing to do with Tanya. All they want is for me to bash her. And honestly, what I see is a bunch of people on one subject not thinking how it affects me. Not to make it all about me, but it's true. I've only been a friend to you all, and you don't consider anything that is happening in my real life, because this is just not some random hater behind a screen. And honestly, I fear for Tanya, because she's new at this, and this is not as careful and is not as careful as me. Trust me, I was careful. I have a legit stalker in 2009, and that shit down my original YouTube channel. I've warned her, but it seems everyone thinks I'm being overdramatic or something. If you look back, I've been saying this from the beginning. You met me. You met Rosie. We are real. Like I said before, this is serious. And Rosie can back up. Well, it says nothing, but it was a mistype, so it's probably everything I've ever said. And I know you don't want to hear this. And fear. Okay, I said I was fearful of this. You told me yourself, I'm just a good person and can see what's happening when everyone else wants to have. Then I said, I hate texting, answer your phone. And then you wrote back, fun and dismiss the past. Yes, I was dismissing the past. I will admit to you, I was dismissing the past. I didn't want to hear it. It frightened me. Anyways, I'll drop it. I know this upsets you. Just please consider what I'm saying. Sorry, I know you hate texting, but I wanted you to have this as a message so you can look back on it in case anything happens to you and your family because of these evil people. Talking on the phone is in the moment. Reading back later will make one remember or realize things that they have experienced. Then you sent me a whole bunch of texts that I can't read because they're too tiny. They're screenshots of things, and I will assume that it's correspondence between you and Lindy.
Right, and I 100% said that I 100% say that I said that. So after all that, why did you contact Lindy?
Okay, let me continue. Okay? I said what I wanted to say for 2 hours last night. I thought about it, read what I said. You can see a text with Kat suggesting the same thing. We could be friends, but don't talk about it with you guys. She agreed on that. That's when I was telling you the Kat and Rory branding was no good, and you agreed. The Kat and Rory branding. I never said for you not to be her friend.
I did not agree to that.
You just said you can see a text with Kat suggesting the same thing. Be friends, but don't talk about it with you guys. You just said that she agreed on that.
Nope.
You said
nope.
You can see a text with Kat suggesting the same thing.
Yeah, because
friends, but don't talk about it with you guys.
No, I took screenshots of our conversation and I re-put them in the subject of everything that happened. And I said, I agree with everything that I said last night. And basically a fuck you that I'm not going to go against Kat.
Rory, you just wrote, you can see a text with Kat suggesting the same thing. Be friends, but don't talk about it. with you guys,
No.
which was the exact same thing as
No,
I
no,
said
no.
the night before. If the Cat and Rory brand was messing you up, get rid of the Cat and Rory brand and just do your brand. And you just agreed with me in your text. I will screenshot this. I will put this up. I am reading this firsthand. These are your words. Okay? That maybe for a while that the Cat and Rory, the brand that you fight under, the Cat and Rory brand, not your vitamin C brand, not your Rory brand.
No, because I'm
but
never
the
going to drop
Cat
Cat.
and
That's
Rory
I'm never going to
brand.
drop Cat.
This is what you said.
Cat. I never
Okay?
said that. And what date was this, Lori? Because I'm on my text right now. What date was this?
The same day as the text that I've been reading. It's one continuous
What
text.
date was that? Because I remember
September
saying
10th and 11th. I believe that's what it is.
September 10th
This
and 11th.
thing is going on forever. Now it's into September 17th. Are you okay? I wrote that. No. Can you call?
This is what I said on September 11th. I say what I wanted to say to you the 2 hours last night. I thought about it, reading back what I said. You can see a text with Kat suggesting the same thing. Be friends, but don't talk about it with you guys.
That's what I just said. I just read that.
Basically, you're saying to me that I was going to drop the Cat and Rory brand, which there is no Cat and Rory brand. We are friends. And
well, I think she means, like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just think, like, I think I get a sense of what is being said, and, like, it's not a brand per se, but I think that maybe, like, just the, like, foolery that, like, you guys tend to get into on Hangouts and stuff might not reflect well on your, like, business prospects in the future. You know, like, I mean, not exactly that it's, like, injuring your brand per se, but, like, you know, to, you know, cut loose online and stuff, you know?
I mean, but if you think about
I don't
it,
think it's necessarily that you and, like, Kat should separate or, like, anything like that. I just think that it's more like that, you know? Like, just sort of, like, you know, because, like, you know, you can get online and, like, fucking get egged on by your friends. Absolutely. But, like, you can kind of...
That's the thing. I don't get egged on by my friends. I see the evidence and I talk about it.
Everyone, like, everyone who has, like, fun with their friends can sometimes, like, you know, act a fool a bit.
But Rory,
it happens.
The same thing
I do it all the time.
When you associate me with Deborah, okay, it's the same thing. Whenever Kat says something and gets in trouble, it's always Kat and Rory.
Nick, no one likes you. You suck, Nick. Go away. Is he here? Fuck him. Go away.
Rory, it's always Kat and Rory.
Sorry.
You know what,
gets you anything that she says gets you into trouble.
Makeup line or someone who's doing something positive for themselves. I haven't seen her just like blatantly fucking bash people. Okay, I haven't seen her do that.
Rory,
and if she is even responding to anything, she is saying her truth, and that is responding to something that somebody did to her. So yeah, there is going to be an anti-bullying stance by the president's wife soon. And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong.
You're not doing anything wrong.
I am standing up to my own bullshit.
Rory, back then when I was saying, you're just twisting this.
No,
I was saying that...
I'm not twisting this. You have...
Look, I mean, Rory...
to talk shit about my makeup. You have talked about my makeup over and over and over. You said you didn't know anything about my makeup. But yeah, in the last... No, let me talk. In the last fucking Periscope you did, you admitted... You admitted that whole scene that we had where you said, oh, go get this like particular like fucking goo so you can like make a mold for your fucking thing that your mom got you all these like fucking palettes that you don't have pants for. You admitted that. But before you knew all
Rory, that was the story. Your mother bought you pants. What's the big deal?
No, my
There's
mother
nothing
did not
negative in
buy me
that.
And she bought me the palettes and it was a 4-quad that literally is like 28 millimeters, okay? But you knew about that and you said you never touched it.
That has never made a difference. You're harping on something and you're also taking things that...
Because you...
Rory, you are taking things that other people saying and not me.
You straight up were bashing.
Okay, because you're always talking.
Never touch the shit. You were bashing.
Never touch the shit.
You said you were concerned about my conditions. You saw my fucking conditions because I was taking cell phone pictures of me playing around with something that I wouldn't sell. That palette, Sherry did, and the emoji broke.
Rory, you did a hangout.
Oh, I did a
Did
hangout.
you did a Periscope, and you were talking about
I did a
having
Periscope,
found
and I was doing the dishes. No, let me.
maggots
I already know
on
what you're gonna
something.
fucking say.
You
No.
turned around,
I did a Periscope,
Rory.
doing the dishes.
Rory, you were talking about something in your kitchen. You have pictures out there of you smoking in the house where you create.
So what? You smoke in the house,
Rory,
big deal.
where you create
Your shitty crap
your
smell like
makeup. There
smoke.
is nothing wrong with your makeup per se, but you have.
Oh, I'm glad you're admitting that. I'm glad you're admitting
Rory,
that.
you are
believe
twisting
that when
things
you're hangouts.
into a knot.
Oh
Rory,
my god.
you talk about your
Okay,
makeup,
wait,
and you
wait.
talk about the same place
Okay, can I
having maggots. You talk about you
Excuse me.
put out
Excuse
pictures
me,
of
Laura.
yourself
Yeah.
smoking.
Excuse me.
That's
Okay,
not-
I was
yeah.
caught smoking on Cat's Hangout because, and we all can watch it. We all can watch
Ah,
it.
okay,
It was
can
in my
I
guest
just-
motherfucking bedroom. It was not in my kitchen. One.
Yeah, the maggots thing, that didn't happen, and
It
I want to
didn't happen.
establish that. There's nothing, that's never happened.
It's never happened. And the thing about the maggots that I said was I was doing the dish disposal and something white
know.
came up. I'm like, oh my God, ooh, there's a maggot. Is that a maggot? And then I confirmed that it was rice. I confirmed that it was fucking rice coming up from my fucking dish disposal. And I don't make my fucking makeup in the sink.
Here's the thing.
Nobody makes makeup in the fucking
Okay,
sink.
I feel like at this point it seems as if, okay, I just want to say, like, us, like, or I guess all of us sort of saying that, like, the sort of foolery online reflecting poorly on like business prospects has nothing to do with attacking your friendship or Cat, or like, I mean, it's not about saying that you two shouldn't be friends. It's not about saying that either of you are bad people. It's just that, like, you know, it's just about presenting yourself publicly in a way that instills like trust and like response and like will confer future business opportunities.
Because I should wear pearls and an Angora sweater and sit there and be like, hello, my name is Rory. No, when people fuck with me, I fuck with them back. That's how it works.
Well, I mean,
Rory?
that's your choice, okay, but that
Rory,
is, I mean, you can't
when
then
you got
ascribe
upset
your professional like.
You didn't
I mean, it's sort of
even
like your.
see it was a retweet.
How do you say?
From, and I will admit it was a retweet
Undermining
that I was reading.
No, Lori, you said it on a
Rory,
hangout.
it was a retweet that I was reading, and I apologize to you.
I don't really give a fuck, Lori, because I have you on camera saying it.
How, Rory? You were talking about maggots. I didn't even see that. I saw the tweet that was sent out, and yes, it was sent out by the same group.
I guess I just feel
that
like
you were upset, and I just said I apologized.
You said like 2 hours
about
ago.
people.
You're literally backtracking on something you said.
Rory,
2 hours
I'll
ago.
say it again. Rory,
Sort of reacting before
I said
verifying.
I read it from a
really
tweet,
happened.
and if I repeated it, I
That's a theme, I
apologize to
feel.
you.
And to anyone that feels like I'm not being a great brand ambassador for my brand, I'm very passionate about my brand. I took 2 years to figure out the formula. And when someone fucks with me like
Rory,
that, I do get very passionate. And I
Rory,
do say a lot of cuss words, and I do yell, okay? So that,
Rory,
I just have to say that.
I mean, it's one thing to
Again,
say it. I'm saying, like, you
if
show
I
it
repeated
in consistency.
from what I heard, I apologize to you.
For what you what about
Rory,
Fantastic. Thank you.
What about what you said, Lori? What about
Rory, I will say it again. When I say what?
Let's talk about me drunk driving, Lori. Let's talk about me drunk driving.
You have a Periscope where you're talking about drunk driving. Rory, you were drunk the night that we met.
I don't mean to make
Rory,
feel uncomfortable. I
shut
want to ask
the F up. Rory, you have been drunk more times. Rory, that one you're not getting out of me. Because I have Hangout and Periscope after Periscope where you have been drunk. You did a 5-hour drunk Periscope.
Oh, but was I sitting in my fucking bathroom or my kitchen or something doing it? Because I wasn't
Well,
driving.
so has Nick.
Rory, we're not gonna discuss Nick. Rory,
Well, I'm
you
just
have
saying.
gone out. I have witnessed you.
I don't think it's a good idea
other
for him
people
either.
have
but
witnessed
I
you
don't know.
drinking.
Big deal. I'm not fucking drunk driving
And
like you said.
being on a
I'm
hangout,
not.
Rory, Rory.
I was live, drunk
Rory.
and sober, and you were
Rory.
on your hangout saying that I
Rory.
was drunk driving and
Rory.
it ended with a crash.
Rory.
That's what you did.
I'm going
Don't
to
deflect.
stand by my
Do not
words
fucking
when they
deflect.
talk about you.
Look at this woman. She's fucking psycho. Do not deflect. You
I am
said
not
that I was a
deflecting
fucking
anything.
drunk
You have
driver
said it
while I
on
was driving sober
Periscope.
on Periscope real
You've-
time.
Rory, you have said it on Periscope. I witnessed you drunk driving the night that we went out together. The first minute you said to me, from the minute we met,
Oh my God, Lori,
I'm
Yeah.
drunk.
Did we not
I've
talk
been
about
drinking.
this in the
You
hangout
said
and
it
denied that
over
you said
and
that?
over. You got into your car that night and you drove.
Oh, God.
Don't tell me you do not drunk drive.
You know,
Don't
because,
tell
I
us.
didn't get to
Rory,
sleep
I
over
will
at
give
Rosie's
you
Hotel a
the
couple of
maggots
times
in the
because you knew
sink,
I was too drunk to
but I
drive.
am not going to give the fact that you go in over and over again saying that you get drunk. You get drunk. It used to get me so bad I didn't even know what you sounded like sober.
I
didn't
think
even
she's
know what
walking away from. She's like walking. She's across the room. That's why it's hard to hear her. Is that right, Rory?
Felicia, I gotta ask you while Lori shuts her yap. Do you
Okay.
feel uncomfortable in the situation? Because I'll shut up if you do.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to sort of figure out what exactly is creating these reactions, and I'm not really getting a chance to get in here. And like, I don't know where these emotions are coming from. So if we can take a breath, and if I can maybe try to figure out what's going on, and you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. How about that?
Lavender,
Yes,
was
go
offered.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Cool.
gonna shut myself up, and you talk, Felicia. You go ahead and talk because it's your hangout, and I don't mean to be rude.
Okay, so, well, here's the thing. I mean, it seems as though Rory is interpreting this as being as like an attack on her and her behavior and her choices of who she associates with and her friends. And I feel like it's not that simple. Like that was a fabrication, the thing about the maggot. And I'm glad that, Lori, that you owned up to that and you apologized. That speaks to your character. But the thing is, like, it's just not that simple. Like, Rory reacting as in like, oh, should I wear an Angora sweater and pearls? I mean, if you want to seem like a consistent professional person, essentially, yeah. You know, this is like, you're presenting yourself in public and you have to be mindful of that and the consequences of how you present yourself. I mean, no one can control you. No one can tell you not to do stuff. I mean, I understand coming online acting a fool. I mean, you've all seen it. Like, I mean, shit. But like, at the same time, it's like there's a level of like professionalism that still has to sort of be there. Even if you are just getting online and acting a fool, you still have to do that consistently. You know, you have to do something that's, you know, somewhat listenable in some way. There's still that level of like that, you know, you can't just like break all conventions of everything and just like run wild. If you want to be like establishing something or creating something and having something to show for all of this.
Can I respond to Lavender in the side chat about Mel? And I'm going to say another word about Mel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It hurts your business, yes.
The reason why Mel cannot have this, and I tried explaining it nicely, and I explained it to Mid nicely, is if you have, Mel is only allowed to earn a certain amount of money before she loses whatever little benefits that she has. She was never approached, but first of all, she doesn't like that side. She was never approached about a t-shirt thing. She's got a GoFundMe. Donate all the money you want to her into her GoFundMe. She was never asked about the t-shirts. She was never considered. The t-shirt or a mock-up of it had been already made without even asking.
A mock-up, yeah.
Yeah, the mock-up.
I saw
whatever
it, yeah.
Yes, except for the fact that if it doesn't go through um, the means that she has set up, which is GoFundMe, she can actually lose her benefits. It's a touchy subject. What happens is that they can, GoFundMe doesn't just give you all the money at once.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they give it to you in how you need it. If she, say she gets in $100 in donations, and she buys, say she needs a special piece of equipment, that's $100. She could take the $100. Okay. But if she goes and she can't justify that $100 pillow or whatever thing she needs, it gets considered income. Once it's become income,
wait, how is that?
it's the way that the insurance works. It's
How
the
is
way
that
her benefits work. It would be considered as income. It would be put in as she made X amount of money for the month, and they can actually take away her benefits. It's the way Medicaid works. You can't do that. You can't bring in any.
No, it's not.
Medicare is different.
Personal donations are not counted as
No,
income.
actually, unfortunately, we've been down that road. Personal donations.
Lori, how much do you think that Mara would
It's
make
not.
on a t-shirt drive? Like, honestly, I want to know how much you think.
It
Mara would
doesn't make a difference. Melissa was never contacted. The person who's in
Okay, so now it's
person-
not that. It's
It's
the other.
also that Mara's
lemonade
thing was
side.
not
She
It
attached.
just seems
money
pretty
from
clear that
PayPal.
this is a personal grudge against
No,
Mara.
Mel does not. Mel was never contacted. This came from Mel.
Mel
If you
asked
want
for
to
money
donate
and
for me,
somebody
Like,
go the
it's
legal
because
way.
it's from Mara.
No, it could have been from anyone. We've gone down this road before. Many, many times. It has to be from GoFundMe. This way,
Her GoFundMe is $10,000. Do you think that Mara's going to make $10,000 in t-shirts?
okay. She has had this GoFundMe for a very long time. Anything that she gets into
spite. There you go.
GoFundMe
I feel.
can be
Yeah, you
catered
said
to her as she needs.
You just
the
said that.
equipment. Yeah. So that is why we don't do any other donations. She was not asked. If she had been asked, she would have said it. Okay. She was not told about this. Her mother would get so upset. Her mother doesn't even want her having the GoFundMe account in the first place. They are very, very prideful people. And nobody considered asking her, never mind asking me. Nobody even said one word to her. And in the past, Mel has asked Mara, please do not contact me. So why would Mara go about this? Why doesn't?
Because she knew that Mel was in need because it's been made public.
Okay. She cannot have the t-shirt thing. It has to be very specific. It has to go to the GoFundMe where each individual person would get a tax receipt. If she doesn't do it that way, if she does it any other way, she is.
Let's say she does.
Rory, I don't give a shit whether you understand this or not. Shut up. If she does it any other way.
Can we please be respectful? Please.
If she does it any other way,
Rory, please.
She can, okay. If she does it any other way, she can lose her medical benefits. We balance a very fine line with this.
I feel like this is just sort of like what you've already said. It's not really addressing.
I'm just addressing what the side said.
No,
it had nothing to do with Mara. It has all to do with how Mel can take it in without losing her benefits.
I mean, it's very hard to believe that.
Well, you got to look it up.
I'm telling you, it's hard to believe that.
Medicare is different than what she has. She's got Medicaid. Medicaid is extremely strict with the amount of money you take in, and they will cut her off, and she would be so screwed. Medicare, if she only had Medicare, which is what she's trying to get, you can earn a certain amount of more money, and donations from T-shirts is not Mara does not have a.
Sorry, I gotta mute myself for a second. I'll be right back. But yeah, you feel free to continue. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, Mara does not have a 501c3. She cannot give out donation receipts. She can't accept it. I tried to be nice and I tried to explain it to Mid. Okay, in a private conversation, I sent her. No matter what you say, she will lose her benefits. Can't do it. She has to be very, very, very careful.
So are you saying if like Mara just came up with $10,000 to finish off that GoFundMe, she'd lose her benefits?
No, she would be able to, it would go into GoFundMe. It wouldn't fund to her. It's the way GoFundMe, she can control what comes in when it comes to GoFundMe. You don't have to accept all money. So say she needs a bed. She can have the GoFundMe money would be there, but it's not in her name. That's the way that the thing works.
Wait, the GoFundMe's
Oh,
not
wait,
under her
one
name?
second. My husband just needs to, 1 minute.
All right, well, everyone's shutting up. I'll explain my girl's fucking Angora sweater here. I've been in BNI for a long time. I've owned quite a few businesses. I've built businesses and sold them. So I know what I'm doing. I literally owned a business before I was 18, and I had a parent or a guardian own them before I sold them. And you know what? I talked to some of my BNI members, and they agree that I should stand up for myself because some stuff, you know what I mean? I can't see the side chat, guys. I just can't. But yeah, I don't find it not being professional. I find it being passionate about my brand. And you know what? It doesn't matter. I understand there's certain things that could damage my brand, but I haven't done them yet, and I won't do them. But the thing is like me screaming at someone on the internet or being involved in the internet is not going to kill the fact that my eyeshadows are fucking killer. Okay, I'm just gonna say. So you know what? Yeah, and that's fine. But
I'm back. Sorry. Thank you.
yeah, sorry. I was going on. I don't know. You probably didn't hear, but I was talking about BNI and how I've been in business and the Angora sweater thing or whatever. I did talk to some of people in BNI, and they kind of said stand your ground. So I really don't think. Yes, I'm getting a little like emotional with this, and I'm screaming over people, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, but
just say it.
I mean, Mid is saying, and I agree. Rory, you should stand up for yourself, but you also need to maintain a certain image. I mean, there are sort of the kind of standards of behavior if you are hoping, like, to
Right, but
establish a
when you hear
name for
things,
yourself.
right, but when you hear things that are complete lies, you gotta fight tooth and nail for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they're complete lies. It's not just some bad review. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit.
Yeah, but you can't react in anger to that. It will only confirm people's questions and doubts about you.
What? That my makeup's not good because I scream at people?
Yeah. Because, like, yeah, like, what are you liable to do? You know?
Quality is the same whether or not I scream at people or not. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm telling you, like, I'm just saying, perception. Like, you can't. I mean, I can't change. That's just how it is. You know, it's not me.
understandable. It's understandable. It's understandable. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, I can see certain types of viewpoints, but when I'm told that my has maggots in it from a person that claims that she never saw that, but now she's saying that like she's sorry.
Rory, I said I read it.
Yeah, but if you go off crazy at people, that's
you
going to make people think like,
that.
oh
I'm
wait,
gonna fucking go crazy on this.
maybe this person is not all there, and maybe, you know, maybe this person is not someone that I want to get involved with business-wise.
Right. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm fucking nuts.
Shannon M says it's just unprofessional as a business owner. Exactly. Like, no
Right.
matter what your business is, even just getting on here being, you know, acting a fool, there's still, like, you know, standards that you have to hold yourself to if you want it to, you know, create something.
I understand that. Yes, I get that. It's understandable.
Yeah, okay. Well, then that's it. I mean, yeah, it's nothing to, like, get worked up about. It's not an attack on your character or your products or your friendships or your life.
I understand
that's
it fully. I mean, I can see where one end sees it, and I can see where another end sees it. But what I'm saying is I am defending myself and I am defending my brand. And if I have to go tooth and nail for it, you know what I mean? Like, it is the internet. It's an internet brand based thing. I'm not hurting anybody. If people are turned off by it, they can be turned off by it. But I stand behind my fucking word, and that's what I do. And I rarely lose my cool like that. I rarely do. But when it comes to that shit, off. Like, I'm just saying.
Rory,
So,
have you gone on Periscope intoxicated?
he knows I have.
What? You roboted. I didn't hear that.
Yes, everyone knows I go on Periscope intoxicated.
Okay, that is public perception of you.
So what? So what?
It
doesn't
is
matter.
that
It doesn't
is
matter if I go online
when you
drunk.
when Rory, is there a naked thing out there about you? There is a video.
I mean, is there like
It's
okay?
public
So you
perception.
guys
It's not
want
Jamaica.
Tanya to come on? Is that what I'm like?
No, I won't.
Is
I
that
won't be on
is
here
that
with Tanya.
something? I'm not
Oh,
sure
she can't
what.
handle Tanya because Tanya.
I will not have anything to do with Tanya. And if you
Oh,
want to
'cause you're a
respect
cunt,
me,
Lord.
I did not. When Nate and I made up to do this,
Okay.
I
have
said
no
it would
idea.
not be with Tanya. If I wanted to talk to Tanya, I would.
Okay.
And
I mean, I just
I don't.
yeah.
I don't want to speak with Tanya. I don't want to have anything to do with Tanya.
Okay.
I don't
just
care.
people kept
Why don't you
asking
want
about.
anything to do with Tanya? Why don't you want to do? Have
Because
anything
she
to do with her?
screams like a lunatic, and what she did to Alma, and I can personally
What
not
she
want
did
to have
to
anything
Alma?
to do with Tanya. This has nothing to do with Tanya. This is me and
A
you,
lot
and
to
that's
do with
it.
what Tanya did to Alma. I think Amina had a lot to do with what Tanya.
Okay, I don't want to even hash that out. I don't want to talk to Tanya. I have no interest in
Why not?
pursue because I have no interest in her.
JJ
I have
and
no-
Snake.
I do
That
not
would be
wanna
good.
go-
Is that yeah?
You know, I don't want to speak to Tanya.
Why?
I just
Okay, not
repeated
Tanya
myself.
then. JJ and Snake. Sound good?
I do not want it.
Okay,
It's
so
my
I feel like we've sort of. I mean, you guys feel that we have addressed this.
Yes, I think we did.
Okay, I feel like we've actually come to some clarity about this. I understand, like, you know, from both perspectives, I can see where you're both coming from, and it makes a lot more sense now. Side chat, do you agree, everyone?
I can't see the side chat, but does the side chat have any questions for Lori or I? Because we will explain them.
Rory,
I'm
how are we
waiting.
going
I'm
to go
giving
forward
people-
in the future?
I'm giving people like a chance to respond. So I feel
I
like
would-
we've
Just ask how
actually
we're
might have
forward in
put
the
this to
future.
bed, gotten to the core of it, actually.
Rory,
What was the
let's
question?
go
Lori?
our separate ways in this life. I don't know you. You don't know me. And from this day forward, as the witnesses on the side chat, we don't talk about each other. I don't talk about
Oh,
you.
I won't.
I will correct.
Lori, you
the
know
I
what?
don't think that
know
you
what,
guys
Lori?
have to
I
come
will-
to any sort of like, you know, pact right here. I mean, I think you guys should
I'm just
like
saying, what
It's
can I do
exclusive.
for you to make this trolling situation better for you? Which is probably
situation.
a better thing that I should have said long ago to you. What do you want me to do to make it better for you? I do
Okay.
know that you get harassed. I do
Lori,
know that.
What wants to happen? Just say it. What wants to happen?
What?
And we'll talk about the situation.
I want to talk to you in private.
I don't want to talk to you in private. We're public.
wait, so okay, you guys can do that later, but can I ask Lori to stick with me here, and Rory, if you feel that that's something that you guys want to talk about later, I'll thank you for being here and say good day, I guess. If that's cool. I feel like we've come to sort of a conclusion on that.
Yeah, we were almost there. But
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah,
I
I mean,
think
I
that-
don't
I
want you
think there's
guys to
more that
like,
we can
I don't want
say.
you guys to totally like, you know, I want you guys to be able to think this over and then,
No, I've thought it
Be
over.
good.
Lori's getting sued, so
oh goodness.
It's
Okay,
start going back on
yeah,
that.
let's just, I think we're good. Okay, thank you. This is, I mean, that's a whole
The
other,
side chat
thank you
wants
so
me to
much. And
talk
thank
to
you for
Tanya.
being there.
Is what I'm saying. You guys want to really?
No. Different. JJ and Snake, if you could check your DMs, I would appreciate that. Yeah, I would love it. This would be fantastic because I know a bit more about the situation and like, yeah, it's great that you're here, Lori. Thank you for, yeah, thank you. So. JJ. Snake, if you two would be so kind. So, wow, that was crazy, huh, guys? Let's take a step down mic drop, right? Like, oh my goodness, that was intense. Shit. I don't know. I think it's good that we kind of left it open-ended because I feel like the main thing was getting to the core of that. I know for me, anyway, because, you know, who knows what could happen. Thank you, Rory. Thank you so much for being here and, like, and, oh, well, thank you. This is well done, Felicia. I know it wasn't easy. You handled it well. Yeah, you know, I'm stepping into the situation. I don't know what, you know, I'm kind of, like, in here blind. Shit. But, yeah, I think that was probably as clear as we can be. Oh, okay, let me see. I'm gonna JJ, what's up? One sec. Good God, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I got you, JJ. Again? Okay. Kali, we can, well, the Kali, this is a whole other part. This is a whole other, that's, yeah, but yeah, we'll get to it, Kali.
Am I still on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If that's cool, if you would please stay with us, that would be great.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, no, you didn't, Rory. It's just like, yeah, I just am a bit uncomfortable not, like, knowing what I'm getting into or, like, what the actual conflict is. But, like, I feel like we really got to some clarity, so thank you so much. Yeah, you were great. JJ, did you get the... Oh, JJ asks if you have her blocked, Lori.
No.
She says no. Let me see if I can, like... this, maybe? I'm not sure what exactly. Try again? Okay, Are you sure that you don't want to do it the other way, JJ? Okay, I can do this. Oh, you know what? It could be that I'm, shit. Okay, 1 second. I think I might see. Okay. Maybe this will be helpful a bit. Invitation posted. Okay, well, I mean, if Snake left, then Snake left. I mean, what are we gonna do? But like, I still feel like JJ should be like up here. Mm-hmm. Hey, JJ, you might want to check your DMs because I do feel like we've made progress. Strangely enough, I feel like we have actually like, because this has been such a hard situation to pick through, and I feel like we actually got somewhere, people. I feel like we have more of an insight onto what is at play here. I think that's awesome. JJ, check your DMs on Twitter, if you would. So, anyone's balls in the picture lately? My God, that was intense. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Kinbone. What can I say? I made fun of Nick or Monique or said anything about bombs and children. No, what? Josh is rather sensitive? Oh, gee. Yeah, you could say that. I have, of course, Snake left. She won't go on panel to clear this shit up. I'm getting that sense, yeah. It says JJ can speak with Lori, and that'll probably clear up the whole shit with Deborah. Thank you, Felicia. And I did something.
Yeah, I would like that.
Up next, Felicia moderates the Israeli-Palestinian dispute. Right, girls? Holy shit. Yeah, I feel like I'm working my way up there. Yeah, JJ is coming on. If we can manage to get this, yeah, working. Yeah, Snake has a way of slithering off at the most convenient time. I feel like she doesn't quite see the way her actions might affect other people. Like the lack of... Why did Snake leave when she was invited to go on panel? Well...
Can while we're sitting here, Felicia, can I want to also apologize while we're apologizing for calling you Michelle.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go get more tea.
All right. You may end up with 45 people in your pen. I know, Dawn. Shit. Yeah, right. Another breakthrough. Whoa. Yeah, let's mingle. Let's mingle a bit. I'll join you. Timestamp and post later. Yes, thank you. Yeah, see, we're making a lot of progress. And yeah, I think Snake is fence riding. Yeah, definitely. But what about Josh calling Felicia's parents? Oh yeah, that was bullshit. I mean, it's awful. And the thing is, he knew he was lying. Blair said she heard the proof. Well, Blair is lying. Wouldn't be possible. Hang out at this time. I know, is she right? Some people have things to do, so what if Snake left to do things? Yeah. I think it's 6 of that and half dozen of the other. The prayers to BoxyCharm are working. Yes, Emrod. Oh my God. Yeah, Blair is a liar. Well, she does lie, so. Wow. Yeah, Oosh. Wow. Yeah, I'm working my way up to the, Israeli-Palestinian conflicts. Don't those people get helmets? I need a helmet. Shit. Maybe she just wants to be friends with everyone. Yeah, that's the sense I get, D. Like, I don't think it's necessarily that she's trying. You can't spell liar without Blair, right, Mid? I don't even talk about Monique, right, Collie? I don't know who the fuck that bitch is. Like, her parents knew early on, right? Family Christmas party, guys. Dysfunctional and all, right, Pistol? We all need helmets, right, girls? Where Snake was trying to get your attention. Well, yes, thank you, Shauna. Yes, who says Felicia solves all the world's problems here on the VC. It's true. It's true. Let's see. You lost your credit card number. Can you have mine, Artemis? I don't know. Are your balls going to be in that picture? That's the real question. It's an issue that I need addressed. The only one who can do it. Raise your fist to the VC. Yes, rise up. Viewer's choice. Time for Secret Santa. All of them? Nice. Oh my god, JJ, where you go, girl? Come on. Are Rory and Laurie besties now? Basically, Chuchi, yes. Basically, yeah. BFFs. Why don't people just watch instead of leaving hearsay? I have no idea. Oh, so can Kali go on while we wait? I have no idea. I don't know if that's like... Oh my god. I'm trying to like put this in like a sequential something kind of something. I don't know. Shit. Oh. Thank you, Divinity Diva. Praise to Felicia for this day. Thank you. Thank you, Nadine, who says viewer's choice is the shit. You're the shit, Nadine. Thank you. We stand together when they are losing. Yes, Lavender. Beast mode, Lavender. Right? Hey, Bisou. Hi, I saw you earlier, and I just... Well, you know. Yeah. Who is this?
It's me.
Oh. The name...
I don't know.
Me off.
I don't know. Won't let me on under my account.
I mean, okay, if you're here, you're here. That's all. That's you're here. That's good. Okay, here you go. Thank God.
I don't know what Snake is. He said something about leaving conveniently.
Yeah.
Hi, JJ.
What's up?
See, now you sound a little low to me. It could just be me. And what the fuck is the main screen? Where's the fucking... I don't understand this shit. Where's the control? What the fuck? Oh my goodness.
Can everybody hear me?
What?
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, can you hear her?
Yeah, you guys said I was quiet, so I was just making sure.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I can hear you too. Oh, Bisou says she can't hear you. Yeah, thanks, man. Round 2. Remember the rules. Fighters clean fight. Oi. Oy vey. Go for it, JJ. Whew. JJ sounds fine. Lavender says, Pistol says she can hear. Yep. Yes,
Okay.
yes, please press 1. And if you would be so kind, please like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs this up, people. What up? Yeah. Oh, Helen says it's hard to hear JJ. Paul says JJ is way too low. Dee says we have wipes for the bloody one. Perfect. Yeah, Yasmina. Is that right? Yasmina says JJ is muffled. Too low, JJ, says Ken Bone. Okay, so there seems to be some kind of... Oh, wait. She just muted herself, I believe. So, I think maybe that chime was her. So, hey, Shauna. Let's see if we can get you on. Yeah, no, she muted herself, so you're not going to be hearing her for like a second. Okay, cool.
Yes. don't want. I know. I'm gonna get off.
How is this? Is this better?
I want to hear what happens.
Perfect.
I want to hear what happens. I want to know what JJ has to say. Just stick
Sorry, I have a runny nose.
around. Bring him into it. All right.
Is Shauna coming on?
I think Snake might be coming on.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Mm-hmm.
Or she said she DM'd me. You don't have to go on camera, Snake.
Yeah, she just got out of the shower, so that's why I said, like, get dressed and come on. Like, but yeah, she's not going to be on camera if she doesn't want to, but I just feel like, you know, just a courtesy thing. I'd like to let people get dressed. You know, just how I do things. What can I say?
Is Shauna coming on?
Is this pertaining to Shauna? I thought we were going to talk about that.
Oh no, I thought you had said something about Shauna coming on. Are we waiting? Why don't
If Shauna feels that she has something to, this is an airing of grievances. I'm just, oh my god. Yeah, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't have so
I
many
was just
people, and I don't want to
Sorry.
get all scattershot. So I think right now we're just gonna.
So should Lori start first?
I don't know. I guess
With what?
I think you should maybe start, JJ.
Well,
Well, the purpose of you being here, what topic are we going on? Is this
there's a few
Snake?
topics, but we can start with Snake and
The DMs.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that too, because it was a conversation that Snake and I never had, and she admitted to me that she never had it with me. And
okay, maybe we should wait for Snake to come on, and while we're waiting,
because Snake doesn't even want to talk about this in public. We kind of hashed it out in private, and I'm confused as why we were going to bring it even out into public. She doesn't want that.
She doesn't want it because that's what you told her to do.
What?
Well, we'll wait for Snake to get here
Artemis.
so she can. So while we're waiting, Felicia, can I address the Mara and Lori's name?
Okay. Yeah, it needs to be done in public because people are being accused in public. Exactly. Thank you, Mitt. But I need to worry about her hubby. Or, I know, right? That's weird. It's a weird thing. Lavender, yeah. Go on, sorry. ADD. Go.
Okay, so the Mara situation, I felt like that was unfair to say about me, Lori. I didn't do that. I didn't tell anyone your maiden name. Your maiden name was found from your email, I believe, if I remember correctly, but I did not even tell anyone about your you sending me your degree or your diploma. Not one person knew about that.
Felicia, can I ask you a question? Why? Because this is what you did, and
What?
You were stating that I was a CNA.
No, I didn't.
No.
Never.
Nope.
People in the side
Never
chat
said that.
were, and we were reading the side chat, and
Yeah,
I
because I read
said,
the side chat.
right, and I said, if that's true, that's fucked up. A lot of us did, but none of us on the panel.
None of us asserted it as fact.
Correct. And I said, has anyone seen her degree? Nobody said anything. I asked you directly, and you sent it to me, but I never said anything about that to anyone.
Oh, hey, Levi.
Because you know it gets back to me as twisted side chat, and it was very hurtful that that topic that I would even have to prove it. And I realized
you didn't have to prove it. I didn't ask
JJ,
you for
I
your
was
degree.
about to say that. I was just about to say that. You didn't ask. I provided that because on this panel, the question of what I graduated college at and what I have worked at for 30 years was brought up on the panel. Why that was necessary, that you just didn't say, well, that's her business. you guys were perpetuating
Okay, we weren't
untruth,
perpetuating
and it was
it.
very, and I did send that to you. I have
Okay.
not been called by my maiden name in 30 years. Mara was on the side chat on this. We're going to talk about, you know, what I allow on my hangout. Mara was on this side chat calling me by my maiden name. Have I ever gone out to public, okay, and discussed my maiden name? I don't understand this community that feels like just because you're on YouTube, everything in your damn life needs to be made public. And why, out of everyone, Mara needs to feel that it was necessary to go and start doxing. Well, I won't use the word dox because everybody says, oh, it's public knowledge. Why Mara needs to bring it out, what my maiden name was. I haven't gone by that name since the day I got married. But it was something Mara felt that she needed. I have the screenshots of her. There is no reason. Why did Mara find it necessary to contact my best friend?
I can't speak
tell-
for Mara.
I would like Mara to speak.
Oh,
Mara, too.
Mara's not here. And Josh is the one who said you were a CNA. And you cannot sit here and say, oh, Michelle, in place of Felicia, and then call foul.
I apologized for that. But
You
I
just
did
did it
not.
today.
I did not.
Yeah.
That information on everybody is calling her Michelle, and I am sorry I perpetuated that. I will not call her Michelle any longer. I will not. That name will not come out of my mouth again. But also, I would wish for the same thing, to leave my life, my personal life. If you want to call me Shitty Crafts, that's fine. I laugh at that. If you want to say anything that, but just as JJ, you got so upset when it happened to you. Okay. And that was a public record also, but you got very upset. And I understand
no, part
why,
of that
I
was not
understand
public.
why
That
you
was
got
not
upset.
Part of
public.
that was not public. It's expunged.
That was expunged.
So it
That's
was
not
illegal
public.
what those people did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
And you
sorry
laughed about
that
it, and
happened.
I've never done it to you, Lori, so you cannot hold me responsible for
Okay,
Mara
I
saying your
apologize
name.
for it seeming as if the day I give you my maiden
Hello?
name,
Hello.
Mara
Snake.
comes out with it. Can you
Okay, so you
understand how
assumed.
that made it look?
Right, but you
Okay,
had
but
my
no one
phone
can
number. You
control
could have called
timing.
me. I had no idea. I wasn't even there, and it
Same
wasn't the
day.
same day, Mara.
The
No,
same
or
day
Lori,
was
no, it
when
wasn't.
I saw
No, it wasn't.
you in it was, I'm telling you, it is no, the Mara thing was not. I held on to that. The same day as I went public and being very upset with you was when I was sent that conversation with Corey, the Periscope. First of all, I was called a liar about that. First of all, I met so fuck it in a chat that Rory brought me in months and months ago.
Oh my goodness.
Her name was never brought up to me
All right,
that it was
guys.
Corey.
Yeah, can we get back to
I don't
Snake?
have
Or...
time to
Okay.
stay on.
All right, Snake, you start and say
Yes,
what happened.
thank you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think there's like a delay. And again, this is me. It says I was trying to go on my Snake Cupcakes, but it says I'm blocked.
What?
So this is my. Yeah, I don't know. It says you cannot go on because people blocked
couldn't-
you or something.
I couldn't go under my name either, so I'm
Yeah,
on my
so-
husband's account.
So just know, no, this is not a troll account.
That's
This is
super
like-
weird. Yeah, sorry. Figure some. I'll look at shit.
Hold on.
Sorry about that.
Hello?
It's okay.
Hello.
Go ahead, Snake.
Okay, sorry. All right, so I just want to do this. I wasn't going to come on because then I was taking a shower, but then I saw everybody was like, oh, she's high. Really?
I'm breaking up?
You
Yeah,
cut
you're
out a
cutting in and
little
out.
bit. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, thank you for coming on here. I know that this is sort of against what you want to be doing, so we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and I can, if you guys are still on, I can come back on later. I just wanted like to kind of like,
It's
Yeah,
better.
thank you. Yeah.
yeah, I
It's
hope
better
maybe on
now.
the replay, if I'm cutting it and out, it's not. But so what happened was, I don't remember Lori's voice or Deborah's voice. Anyways, what happened was I had a conversation. Hold on, I'm trying to find the actual date so nobody like, hold on. Sorry, I just know if I give the wrong date, people will be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's
Would
fake."
it be okay? Like, I don't know. You guys want to like mute yourself? Maybe that would help with like, because then we'll keep switching back and forth based on like any ambient noise. I'll mute myself and then like, I don't know if you guys want to. You can do that. Just maybe it'll help with the cutting in and out of it. So I'll do that.
Oh, I'm trying to find it. Okay, Lavender. Yeah, it's easier if you guys just ask me questions. I don't even know how to start. So I got a DM from Lori, and it said basically we were talking about just random stuff, and then it said, "Can you?" Again, I don't have it word for word right now because I'm on my phone. It pretty much says something like, "Can you come on and pretend to be Deborah?" Deborah is very passionate about me and sticking up for me.
Sorry, I just want to like just clarify. So this conversation happened.
Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is the snake that no. Felicia didn't hack me. Mid didn't hack me. Nobody hacked me. Nobody edited. I know everyone's saying that I made up screenshots. I did not make up screenshots. No Photoshop.
So this happened. This conversation happened.
Yes, and it was not
Okay.
edited.
Snake,
And that background is my desktop background, and that's why it
Snake,
looks
are you
pink
the
or
same
whatever.
Snake that I speak to normally? The nice.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You're trying to tell me in the same conversation that we just had, where you were saying you knew I didn't do that. Can I ask you a question? Did it come in the regular conversation? Because this is not in my conversations with you. I have you on record.
It was on Crafty Girl, whatever.
Yeah.
It was not
Anyway,
on the.
please go on, Snake.
Okay, so it was. Wait a minute. It was under Crafty Girl.
Yes.
Unlimited life hacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your personal
I did
Twitter.
not.
Well, I think I said Lori Green.
Okay, I did not have this conversation with you. Did I not tell you 100 times we did not have that conversation with you? You went
Again,
on
that's
and
why
said,
I was saying me and Lori have talked about this, dropped it, but I'm just here because I'm really not trying to start any drama. I'm here because I feel like JJ.
Snake.
Yeah, please don't interrupt her, Lori.
And
yeah, just let her tell her account, please.
And Felicia are gonna get blamed.
Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That's basically what I want. I even put it out there because I mean about it. Like JJ can ask you. I've had those messages, and I think I don't know if I sent them to JJ the day of, but I've had them forever. So I didn't just put them out there. I was waiting. Yeah, honestly, I didn't have the guts. It was not big of a deal. But then after everything, just more and more things I kept hearing about it. So I just kind of said here. And also I wanted to say that you guys had the messages for a while. You didn't post it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you got it and posted it right away.
Yeah, no.
So anyways, at the end, I just want no one to blame Felicia, JJ, Mid.
Yeah.
And I did not.
Snake, we did not have that conversation.
Wait, Lori,
it was not
please.
part of our
Lori?
conversation. We talk about Hobby Lobby stuff.
Can I? Okay, I have a question for Snake.
And I do want to say it wasn't me. I also, a lot of people were attacking me like, oh, all you and Lori do is gossip. Like, it really before we talked about a little random thing. Before we barely even talked honestly. I know people are like, oh, pays you and she uses you as toilet paper, she uses you. So if everyone could
Yeah, we had them for weeks, and
no matter
we did not
what,
post
Lori,
because they
can
were
you
asked not
just
to. Right?
say that what?
No, sorry. Mid said and he makes a good point. We had them for weeks, and we did not post them because we were asked not to. Yeah, we try to be responsible so
But
that
I
shit
never
like this
had
doesn't happen
that
to anyone else.
conversation with you. Did
Okay,
Can you
let
at
me
least
hold on.
did not say those things.
There needs slow down.
I
There
have
needs to be a timeline here because here's what happened. Snake was coming to me. I really like Lori. I really don't think she's doing these things. Blah 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 blah. Then she got
Guys,
really
hold on 1
upset.
second.
Then she
Yeah,
got
Jason.
then she got really upset because something was said in the side chat about.
Guys, I'm gonna mute for a second because hold on.
Okay.
She got really upset, and Deborah Irv came in there talking shit, and Snake was like, you better fucking stop because I know. And Deborah Irv went away. And for a week, I asked Snake what was going on, and she's like, I just want to ignore it. I want to leave it alone. And I said, okay. And then she came and told me what happened, and she sent me the DMs. I held on to them myself. I was really upset because Snake really liked Lori. And then I was able to send it to Felicia and Mid. Now, Lori's story is that they were made up, that Mid and Felicia made them up. Now, how did Mid and Felicia make them up if I received them first?
Because
And then, nope, let me finish. And then you were freaking out.
The question.
Saying,
Let me ask.
that it was rhetorical. Then, Lori, you got on freaking out saying Felicia's posting these fake DMs when, one, you didn't know that I got them first. Secondly, you were jumping the gun because of something you thought was going to happen because
and
they
I didn't
weren't
even post
posted.
them. Yeah,
Okay,
you named or you titled a hangout Felicia, they're fake. No one knew what that was referring to. I didn't know it was. I got questions later that night what it meant. I didn't know. Because I didn't release them. I still haven't released them. I could release them all right now.
The point is not whether you had the conversation, it's how did you know anything about this if that conversation never happened, Lori?
Because it was sent to me.
Lori, it was sent to you afterwards. You told on yourself.
Yep.
No one said anything about it. You told everyone about them. Okay,
Deborah sent it to me.
Deborah wasn't in the conversation, so how did Deborah get them?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You didn't have anything sent to you. So what did we fake?
From what I was told, they were in your Twitter accounts. I did not have that conversation with Snake. I did not write those things. I did not write those things to Snake.
Lori, how can you come up and say that the conversation didn't happen if it never happened, but you knew about it before anybody else put it out there?
Convo took place November 20th. Thank you, man.
It didn't happen.
You can't say it didn't happen if nobody knew about it. So you're saying something didn't happen that you knew about, but nobody else in the public knew about it.
We were the only people.
That makes no sense.
Because it was sent to me. When I read it, I was like, what the? I didn't have this conversation with
you just said that. Okay, if you didn't have that conversation, how did Deborah get it?
It was sent to me. I have no
idea. Thank you, Mick. Why are you paranoid about something that never took place?
I was assuming it was posted.
Yeah.
Assuming, Lori, you can't assume something was posted if it never happened and if Deb wasn't a part of it. How would any of that happen?
It didn't. That is why I was saying it was faked.
Hello?
Because I looked at it, the same document I took a look at. I said, what the F is this? This is not a conversation that me and Snake had.
All right, guys, I actually have to go. I'll try to come back.
Can I just ask you one quick question,
Yes,
Snake,
yes,
about
yes.
the thing that Deborah posted later that were supposedly DMs of you saying that we had faked it?
That was fake, and I told her, because people don't know. I know I'm like, ha ha ha, he like, oh my god, joke around, but I actually have a business. I have an online business, and I have an Etsy business just for fun. And she was using my Etsy name, which is Snake Cupcakes. Is Deborah in there? And I told her to take it down, or I would flag it, even though I did flag it anyways. And she actually took it down, and she apologized to me. She said sorry.
And then the next day,
she's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I come up. Yeah, then I heard she put it back up, but then I asked her again and she put it down. Anyways, I don't even want anybody attacking anybody. I think a lot of this might have to do with like Deborah or anything. But either way, I mean,
look at the comment from Deborah Irv.
Yeah.
Okay, I've calmed down, looked it over, and it's not in my DMs. I'm sorry, Lori. I freaked out again. Before I wrote you today, the last thing we talked about was Hobby Lobby.
Snake Cupcakes, December 8th. Like, that's what she's posting this as if she copied and pasted it.
That was the conversation that.
So this is why I want.
Wait, that's what I'm saying?
Key
for I don't understand.
That's what you said, Snake.
It didn't happen in the group DM because it wasn't a group DM, Lori. It was between you and Snake.
No, it was in the group DM.
Nope.
Oh my god.
It was a private conversation, and
any other questions before I have to go? Sorry.
No, I just wanted to
Snake, wait. Snake, Lori, 2 seconds. Snake, was there? We're not going to say the name, but was there not another person that she asked to do this for too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what I have heard. I don't have proof of that, but that's what I have heard. And that person turned out to be kind of,
It's not a court of law. I mean, gotcha.
Okay. Snake, did we have that conversation in our regular, what we talk about when we talk about, life, hobby, lobby, crafts, and all of that? Did it show up? I'm asking you a question. Did it show up in that? Or did it show up in a new conversation?
No, it showed up in Crafty Girl, not Mushy whatever.
No, that's not what I'm asking. It was before Mushy Boo Boos.
Yes.
The reason I made the Mushy Boo Boos account was because people were copying my name. You are telling me that right now.
Pistol just said this beautifully. So she saw a document that hadn't been shown, and she knew ahead of time that she didn't do it right.
Exactly.
And I feel that this has been
shown that on the day that this whole thing broke, and I assumed it was what was published.
It broke because you broke it, Lori. Nobody was saying anything about this publicly. It happened.
How did Deborah? Okay,
yeah, Snake,
thank you. Saying it happened.
Snake, I know you have to go, and I just want to. I think it was really key for to have you address the fabricated DMs versus the authenticity of the original DM conversation.
No, you haven't asked.
I'm sorry, what?
I wanted to say thank you for and I think that it was really key for you to address not the veracity and the truthfulness or authenticity, I guess, of the original DM conversation, as well as the fabricated DM conversation that, purported to have you saying that you didn't know where it came from and that it was all Felicia admitted.
No, Deborah, that was fake.
Yes, thank you so much.
What I don't get is she's saying that my screenshots were fake or whatever, and that she was saying screenshots do not
and that they can be fake
mean anything, and then she
suddenly
puts screenshots and saying that I don't know.
And then exactly. Somehow it's an equivalent to yours, even though she said, "Oh, anyone can do that. Here, I'll show you right now and knock something up." Yeah, right.
Except I didn't do that. Snake, again, I ask you, where did that original screenshotted thing come from?
Again, the DMs from me and Unlimited or whatever Life Hacks.
Okay, but what I'm asking, did it come from our regular conversation? We have an ongoing conversation.
Yes.
Why is it not in mine?
500.
Why is it? And why do I have conversation with you where you're saying, "I'm sorry, I don't see it in mine"? or maybe it came from a different thread that was
Because
not
you
me.
and Deborah Erb fucking bullied the fuck out of her and did
I
all
didn't
of this
bully
shit.
the fuck out of her.
Okay, Deborah Erb did. A lot of people did, accusing those of being fake. Your entire side chat.
They are fake.
They are not
They
fake.
are not fake.
Because your
It
original
wasn't a
story.
conversation
We have just
I had
verified
with her.
that they are not fake from the
Okay,
original
so
source.
was it faked with the other person that you asked?
They are not fake.
I never asked anybody that. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is
there
why
a
I didn't
fake
want to bring this up.
account?
Just gonna.
No, I feel like that, this is, at this point,
what?
it's just splitting hairs because you've done everything possible that you can. I mean, like, we could get a
Snake,
fucking
you know,
forensic
I don't
engineer,
know
we
every
could get
conversation
like
we've
a
ever
forensic
had on
technician
video
in here to look
right
at the devices, and they would say that, yeah, this is true, this is
I have
authentic,
never had that conversation.
and this other conversation is faked.
Never had that conversation. And you told me it was with Tanya.
What?
What are you
Where the
talking
fuck is that
What?
coming from?
about? This
Snake
is,
told me the other conversation
Yeah,
was
right.
with Tanya.
we didn't fucking do it.
Okay, I think we addressed.
I do not
like,
even talk to Tanya. I've never.
That's what I'm getting in my side.
Okay.
That has
That's
nothing
what
to do
I'm
with
doing.
anything, though.
I did not have
That is
to
nothing
do with this.
to do with
the
that.
person that is using my voice. It was not me. I did not
Okay, I
ask
think.
that of you.
Okay. Snake, it has to go. I think we've addressed this. Snake, do you feel better about it?
I do. Thank
No.
you, Snake.
No.
Well, you should, because this took a lot of like gumption, and
Well,
I
it's
think
a lie because I didn't say it. That's not a conversation that I had with her in our regular postings on Twitter.
Okay, let's say
I
Lori
have
was
never asked you to be anything.
hacked. Okay,
I've
let's
never
say
asked you
it
to
was.
go on my Twitter. I mean, I've never asked you on my Hangout to pretend you were Deborah. I've never asked anybody to pretend that they were Deborah. It never happened. I
But
did
the
not
point
do
here
that.
is that I wanted to make. I don't care who Deborah is. I don't care if Deborah is a polar bear. I don't care. It's not about that. I wasn't exposing anything.
Mhm.
I just wanted to like.
well, to
But
not
we
cast
shouldn't
doubt on
do
us.
I didn't edit anything, and JJ. I think that's all
But
JJ
you're
and
not
Felicia
answering
want.
the same question.
Thank you so
Where the hell did that
Thank
come
you
from?
so much, Snake. Like, that's exactly it. Thank you so much.
So, Lori,
Didn't
do you
have
really
that
think that
conversation,
Felicia
and I'm gonna.
and JJ
You know
did
what?
it?
This is ridiculous. I did not have that conversation with Snake. That did not come from me. It is made up bullshit. I don't know where or why it is the way she's saying it. I was as surprised as anybody else on the day it was told to me it was posted. It was
Annie Green,
given
Lori
to
was
me.
not hacked.
Did not
She wasn't
do
hacked.
that.
Mid laid out a nice little timeline up earlier. I said the actual convo between Snake and Lori was 11:20. We got the DMs 11:28. It broke December 8th, and he posted
Alright, guys,
December
well, I gotta
11th.
go.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much, Snake.
But how
guys
come
are-
that's not in my
Like,
DMs?
I mean, for clearing my name, and because this has been going around and people have been saying that if thank you
Yeah,
so
Lori,
much.
why can't we just clear their names? That's all they want.
Thank you.
I don't. Okay, if it wasn't, where did those DMs come from? It did not come from me. I don't care what year or month. The only other people. Okay, so Snake is saying she gave it to you, so that's where that idea.
She gave
came
it
from.
to JJ, not to them. JJ
Yes.
gave it to them.
Okay,
So if you're
You
going
did
to
not come
accuse
from me.
it of being manufactured, then you were accusing the wrong people.
Didn't
Mhm.
come from me originally. That's not a conversation I ever
So why
had
did you automatically
anyone.
blame me and Mid? Why did you automatically?
Hold on, Mid had a question.
It
Lori,
was
Snake.
posted on Mid's page,
It-
Twitter page.
Yes, after the fact. Not you said it was posted. It was not posted until after you freaked out about it and told everyone. Nobody knew about it except a few of us. He's posted it like 2 days ago. Mid asked a question. Lori, Snake, simple question. Did you ever block each other?
No. Well, yeah.
Well, Snake had to peace out.
Snake.
Thank you,
I
Snake.
think we did.
Okay,
at the very,
Lori,
very end.
did you
And I
block
don't think she
Snake?
would have.
That's
I
why
think
they would disappear.
Under my
If you
unlimited life hacks.
yes, if you block Snake, then that's why they would disappear. Is that your point?
No, I have
Ned?
every conversation that I've had with her. It didn't. I have it going way back, since you're asking for November. November. What is the exact date?
It was less
November
than a
what?
month ago.
What is the exact date?
I just said it. I mean,
I think it was
need
November
again. What was the
20th.
exact date?
November.
yeah.
I think it was November 20th.
We got it
Okay, I
the
have a
20th.
conversation with her on November 18th.
Mid, yes, she did block Snake, and that would make all of the messages disappear. Oh no, maybe it wouldn't.
No,
Snake,
it does
she-
not. I
Okay,
have her
I just
messages.
said it wouldn't. Mid, have you even blocked? Okay, have you ever blocked Snake at any point, Lori?
Just at the very end. No, I think she blocked me. The last conversation, we didn't even talk on November, that date. We talked on November 18th, and we were talking about Hobby Lobby. We talked on November 23rd. She said, I like Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I said, my favorite is Hobby Lobby. Yes, I have like everything. One day I'm going to cave in and do one of those miniature doll houses. That is what we were talking about then. Prior to
point.
that, we were giving each other Joanna coupons.
I
Okay,
mean, like you.
2 seconds
Never
ago,
had a
Oh,
Lori,
conversation
you
on November
alluded
30th.
that I hacked your Twitter somehow.
Are you not
You-
listening?
I mean, like, no.
On that
I'm,
day-
like, why did this automatically
Heather,
become
Felicia,
the
can
trolls,
you see
the
Heather's
evil
point?
trolls, right? Mid and Felicia, the evil trolls.
Okay.
That's all I ever fucking hear, right?
Okay,
Ugh.
1 second.
Heather said 2 seconds ago, Lori just said she saw it when it was posted, but earlier she said it was sent to her.
It was sent to me. And it
Okay.
said it was that this person got it from the internet, from on
Mid
Twitter.
says-
The internet.
On
Mid
Twitter.
says if there was a blocking, now we know why the @ name was missing. Got it. It's 100%
This was
real,
No,
and
no.
I will post proof later.
Yep, he says you just confirmed the issues we had. Yep.
No, I did not. Here it is.
Levi,
One
thank
second.
you. This was all after Lori alleged that this panel in its entirety, along with
Okay,
side
this is
chat,
the-
were all
okay,
trolls.
yes, it's me.
Discrediting
This is the
what-
real
discrediting
Deborah and
what we
Lori.
said
Felicia
after
has
that
fucking
point.
screenshots where Lori is trying to ask me to
God
pretend.
bless you,
This
Levi.
is coming. Felicia has
Okay.
fucking screenshots where Lori is trying to ask me to pretend to be your voice. What the fuck? I wouldn't put it past Felicia U, aka Michelle. This is coming from Snake.
She
knows
just
a
said
thing or two about
that
wanting to be
was not
someone
sent
else. Just
from her.
look at her Twitter pic, and
She
that
just
isn't her.
said-
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Deborah.
She just said
When you
I'm sorry,
block
that's
someone,
Deborah.
that
Someone
she
Okay, it
did
is
not
Deborah.
write that.
faked a fake
She was
Lori
just
account.
on here saying in her own voice, because apparently that's what was needed, because apparently this did not, quite connect for some people. She said her own voice that she did not write that.
so Mid is saying when you block someone, the messages is still there. Okay, we're moving on. Hey Felicia, Shauna and Winter wanted to come on,
Is
and then
that-
Mid's gonna post his.
yeah, even Ken Bone is saying yes. Okay, that's right. Oh fuck, that's why the @ name is gone. Thank you. Right, and I just want to repeat what Levi said because I just want to make sure everyone hears it. This was all after Lori alleged that this panel, in its entirety, along with side chat, were all trolls, discrediting what was said after that point. Exactly. She has called all of us evil trolls. We're the evil trolls. Mid Felicia, all I ever fucking hear. We're all
Okay.
trolls, but we have all this proof, and people keep coming and here and backing us up.
All right.
How are we trolls? Because you want to pretend like you know our names? I'm sorry.
Okay, Winter and Felicia want to come on. Do you mind having them on, and then I'll hop off so it's not a
Sure.
huge.
If you
All
would
right.
be so kind as to share the link because my brain's fried at this point.
And Lori, what about having Deborah Irv come on panel
No, I'm leaving your
and
panel.
speak?
I'm going to go on my panel where I can actually talk. Because this
You
is not going
can
anywhere.
talk right now.
I did not agree. I agreed to go on with Rory. I then said with Snake.
Okay.
Still not
Well,
even
we appreciate
addressing,
that you
because
came
I'm
on.
about to show you. I'm about to post what was sent to me. Okay? You're not even giving me the benefit of the doubt that it could have been faked. It was not done. It's not even in my voice. It's using words I wouldn't say, completely out of context of what I would say. Why would I have asked Snake to pretend to be Deborah if Snake has been in public? Her voice has been in public before in the past. She has been on my panel in the past. Why would I ask her? That makes no sense. And using a voice like words I don't even say.
Why have you been calling us all
That was
trolls?
sent.
We're all trolls.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm going to go on mine where I could.
Listen. Oh,
Oh,
my
and
god.
Sean is-
Lori, don't
yeah.
leave.
She's gone.
Oh man.
I think that in and of itself says it all. The fact that she
I
left
feel-
the minute
I feel
you
like
came
we
in
let-
here.
Lori, speak.
She's gone.
This is ridiculous.
She left. Like, she's out. I'm sorry. Like, damn. Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Yeah, I mean, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Please thumbs this up, everyone.
Well, I mean, fastest hangout ever, hands down, Felicia. Kudos to you.
Thank you. It is. I swear to God, I had like 10 minutes before I even knew. That was like a couple hours ago. I was like making coffee. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. And so I just kind of ran to. Ooh,
So I
thank you.
think like, the only thing that I wanted to say, I
walked
guess,
into a landmine.
absent of Lori, is that I would like to see us all be able to move on. Like,
I feel like that's a big part of why. Well, I mean, that's what I hope.
I don't to get.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get Lori to admit that she's done wrong things, and that just sucks. But she doesn't have to choose to accept that and move on to. You know, I mean, she do, but she's done some really, really fucked up things of, you know, whatever
Yeah.
her.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. You kind of get the robo voice.
Whatever she's doing. All of us. Oh,
Sorry,
can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I just like You always have such like smart things to say. I want to hear it. So sorry. Could you please repeat that?
I'm not sure what you didn't hear. I'll just repeat all of it.
Yeah, if you would, I'll mute myself. Maybe that'll help. Or
I was saying that it seems like I could have one out of Lori, and that's just to admit that she's done things wrong. So Lori, if you can listen to this, what I would like you to do is be responsible. How to already for hangout, whether you have said it or not, you like to kind of throw your hands up in the air and say, "Oh, this isn't me saying this." But you actually factual, and then people take that and run with it, and then they go and bully people. And Deborah, I'm just going to give you the benefit of the and is even though I believe, and Deborah will go off on whoever you're talking about and say, "Oh, you did this to Lori, blah 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 blah, and you're a liar, and you're this, and you're that." Well, you're actually responsible for that because you don't do that anymore. Just question yourself. Whatever information you're getting or whatever you're actually believing or saying at the time, just someone's getting on your panel and saying, "Well, Lori, I called Felicia's parents today and she's saying, don't." You are responsible for that. The other thing that I want to say, Lori, if you happen to listen to this,
Hey, Shauna, sorry, are you moving around? Because I'm getting a lot of like, no one can like hear you. Like everyone's
No
getting
one
like
can
a
hear
lot.
me. Fuck.
It's slowing down. People
Oh
are
man.
missing half of what you're saying, and like I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let me try to leave and come back.
Thank you. But yeah, thank God we're finally vindicated, you guys. Like, that's exactly, like, I'm so tired of hearing this, oh, evil trolls over viewers' choice. Miss Felicia, evil trolls, blah, 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 blah. We're just trying to get to the truth here. We're trying, and I feel like we really have made a lot of progress today. I cannot believe how much progress we've made. I had no idea I was going on here. So, yeah, Shauna's going to be back in a second. Oh, thank you, Ushi, who says, Felicia, I want to say you do a great job. Thank you. I try. Yeah. Wow. Whew. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Ushi.
Hello?
It's good to hear that after this whole thing. Hello. Hi. Oh, sorry. Do you want your... I can turn your camera off if you want. Sorry.
Oh, hi.
Your
No, it
camera's
doesn't
on.
matter. I can turn it off. Good thing I wasn't naked.
Thank you, D. High five. Oh. Yeah, this was really a challenge, so that means a lot to hear. Thank you. Thank you, Pistol. Says I'm doing a great job.
You are doing a great job. Yeah, you did a really good job.
Thank you, Shauna. Yeah, I had no idea what I was walking into, so. I don't think you, Emerald. T-Pain talking.
So
I think she's good now. Okay.
Can everybody hear me okay now?
I think it's much better, yeah.
Okay. What I was saying is that, unfortunately, we can't control what Lori is going to do. Lori does have some responsibility on her Hangouts. Unfortunately, she doesn't see that. It's important for Lori to realize that when she says things as fact, people do have a reaction. She herself just defines it as Deborah going hard for her. And I think that, she needs to stop stating things as fact and making lump statements or group statements or omitting truths. All these sorts of things are ways to deflect the truth off of her or the responsibility off of her and to put it on to somebody else. And I would have liked to ask her some of the things that she was telling me about Mara, blaming everything on Rory, and then she was trying to do it tonight to Tanya. It seems like she just doesn't have much responsibility, unfortunately, which is too bad because I want to like Lori a lot. But I guess that's just, I can't like someone who does those sorts of things. And that's all I wanted to say.
Winter, I DM'd you.
I mean, yeah, like, the fact that she was willing to, like, put Snake at risk for being found out, like how she, oh, hey, Winter.
Hi.
Hi.
I just think that
Hang
that's
on, let
the
me
worst.
get my headphones.
Oh, Ushi, and oh yeah, thank you for being on European time. Well, you're welcome, Ushi. I'm just that good. And yeah, you say Lori lied about the Mel thing. She told me a different story. Did she, Ushi? Well, that's interesting. I would love to hear it.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can everyone else? Side chat, press 1. You can hear Winter. Yeah, Emerald, I feel like he says the Deborah mystery is solved, or when the Deborah mystery is solved, some shit will stop. Yeah, I'm not surprised she's live now, right? But like, okay, so you guys can hear. Was I rude to Lori? I didn't think so. No, I don't think so, Jade. I think you were awesome. You were a badass, and that was like exactly what we needed. It was awesome. Yeah, let's see. Oh, you have the DMs too, Ushi. Well, okay. Well, that's something. Well, okay, then we're gonna have to. Yeah. Yeah, no, but yeah, JJ, you were like awesome. It was perfect. Just like pitch perfect.
No,
Okay,
JJ, you were amazing. Like you
Right?
you didn't let her get over on anything. You didn't let her interrupt you. You were awesome.
I agree.
Yeah. Like, just
Um,
JJ's awesome. Like, I love JJ.
I just wanted to do one more thing publicly, and then I can get off or anything. But Felicia, I owe you a public apology for going off on you on Periscope. That account was a troll account, and I went off on you hard, and I apologize.
Thank you, Shauna. That means a lot to me. Like, yeah, because of the family stuff and the responsibilities I've had with my family, like my sleep schedule's been really erratic. I slept through the whole thing that happened with that impersonator troll account. So I woke up, I had no idea what was going on. And yeah, I slept that day. I just was not around. And yeah, we've actually figured out that troll account was ran by one Josh Harris, as he's known to us by Josh Harris. And he actually went on one of Lori's panels and started talking about all the horrible things that I supposedly went around and commented on everyone's accounts. So,
Oh, that's convenient.
isn't it? Somehow he knew all the stuff that I was doing. And then we saw that is the account that has now changed its name to Miss Beasley. And, he actually messed up the bio, the description part. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks because I liked Josh a lot. I mean,
Everyone liked
I
him
didn't
at
like
first.
the way that
Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't like the way he was holding carrying himself on your hangout. But I liked him. I wanted to like him, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, I guess he's just doing some bad things.
The thing is, like, there's a point where people sort of become so focused on their own internal state and their own emotions, and they stop looking at how they actually affect other people. And I feel that is a root cause of a lot of really, really bad behavior that might be described as evil behavior. And frankly, the way that the guy we know as Josh Harris has maligned me in the last few weeks, I gotta say, I feel like it's nothing short of evil. He accused me of lying about my father's cancer, of making all of that up, and just like the worst possible things that you could ever say about someone. That would be completely awful for someone to do, and completely awful to accuse someone of doing if they hadn't done it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
My downfall with him was even actually the night on your hangout. He was on here kind of like, I felt like he was just saying things to appease us and saying things that he wanted us to hear. He was sort of showboating. Well, I have the power to do this and I have the power to do that. And I think anybody has ever asked of him is to just be himself, and that would have been enough. We didn't need him to be Captain Save-A-Ho, for lack of a better phrase. Like he didn't need to save or solve anything. But I felt like he was sort of flip-flopping, and he was coming over into your hangout and saying things, and then he was going to Lori's hangout and saying things, and it was just like, it was a bit too much. And when he got called out on it, he didn't like it, and he didn't know how to act, and so that was unfortunate. But back to the original issue, which was me coming after you. I mean, we've already talked in private, but I came out to you in public, so I need to apologize to you in public. So again, I apologize, and I hope we're cool.
I really appreciate that, Shauna. Thank you.
Okay.
Because I feel like with Lori saying I'm so evil, right? And I'm just this big troll, and everything that bad happens, I'm responsible for somehow. And then, and then Josh went on Gigi's channel and basically said that I deserve to die. And I downloaded that. I'm actually going to upload it because I feel like people need to know what this person is capable of. I feel like just as public safety, people need to hear the extent that this guy went to, and the lies that he was willing to tell about someone who did nothing to him, who did nothing but give him a platform.
Right. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
The way
that
he
was,
carried himself was disgusting.
yeah, it's been pretty hard. And like, especially the fact that, my dad does have a cancer.
Right. Yeah. Well, and as someone who dealt with it with my mom, and
Yeah.
that was not that long ago, I know exactly what it's like to kind of sit
Yeah.
back and watch your parent be taken from cancer, just be not, I don't mean taken like life, but just be worn down by it. And
Yeah.
so I know I know how that feels. So when someone is kind of like trying to call you a liar about the things that you're going through is just really disrespectful. And Josh, as a
I mean, yeah,
sensitive
the thing is, like, he
person,
knew that he knew that he didn't like think that was true when he said it. He didn't think that he had actually talked to my father. He knew that he was lying.
of course,
That's
he was
the
trying
worst
to,
part. Like,
yeah, he was trying to make himself sound good,
yeah,
which is all he's really ever done is try to make himself sound good.
yeah.
And as a sensitive person, he should know better, like that's just not
Mhm.
okay.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was saying about like people focusing too much on their own internal states to the point where they neglect and like justify unfair ways that they might act towards other people. So I really do appreciate that.
Well, and
Shauna.
that's a little bit of what I was guilty of when I was coming after you. Maybe so much, it kind of shut down whatever issues I might have had with you. And then because it made them invalid because I was coming after you so hard and so inappropriately, but also it didn't really have much to do with you. It was more about what I was feeling and what my internal state was, because I do, I have in the past proven myself to carry myself better than that. And so, I guess what I'm trying to say is we can all be guilty of that in some way, but it doesn't need to be taken so far as to doing what he's done.
Yeah. And yeah, I want to also, speaking of like responsibility, made a good point here. It says, ask Shauna who else had a hand in the outburst, because I could not help but notice a few people in her scope immediately when it started cheering her on. Yeah, there were a few people who were
So let me address this. A lot of people, yeah, well, and it wasn't just people who are against you. It was people that I did and didn't trust. But to be fair to everyone, it didn't really matter what anybody said. I already had made it up in my mind that was you.
Well,
Like that was just.
I remember watching it, and you asked like if it was in fact my account, and there was, let's see, there was Nick, there was Irish, there was Trisha, there was Dee. Like, anyone else remember?
Yep.
Yes, I
Anyone
remember.
else who was confirming that was in fact my account?
Yes,
Because
Well,
I saw Emrod, I saw Tallulah, I saw like you guys in there saying that no, that's not my account, and like that was so awesome to actually see people defending me.
So if I
thank
can
you.
answer, what I had
Yeah,
made up
B,
my
I saw you too. I'm sorry. Like all these names. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
what I had seen was the information. So when I clicked on that account on my phone, all it showed was the subscribers and the views. And so to me, that was enough. I didn't, and then it showed a bunch of information that seemed legit. And then, so that to me was like, okay, well, that's you. And when I was when I was on Periscope, sending people over to my YouTube channel to look at the comment, I said, look at my comment, look at that comment. That's Felicia. That's Felicia. And people were coming back and saying yes or no, it wasn't. But to be fair, I had already made up my mind. So whoever was saying whatever,
Well,
I don't hold them responsible for that.
when
That
you
was
say
my
that-
decision.
when
And
you say that,
can I just finish?
I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
I see a lot of people wanting to blame Nick and Irish for those things. Nick and Irish have been in my Periscopes before that, and they have been in after that. They come in occasionally, and we talk about whatever bullshit. Did I make that title dramatic? Yes. And so did more people come in? Yes. But not just Nick and Irish. There were a lot of people in there who I don't see in there on an occasional basis. And because of the dramatic post, they happened to come in there. So you can't just say, oh, because Nick and Irish were in there, they were trying to beef up the situation. Well, a lot of people were in there doing that same exact thing. And I feel like the credibility of who's accusing who gets lost when the same people are getting blamed for different things over and over again. It's kind of like, well, come on now. So it's like the same thing when Lori's always saying, oh, Kat and Roy do this, Kat and Roy do this, Kat and Roy do this. Well, a lot of people on the other side say, Nick and Iris do this, Nick and Iris do this, Nick and Iris do this. And for me, that's just kind of like, I like build up a wall when I see that kind of shit, because it just makes me feel like you don't have any basis of that. You're just like trying to achieve your own agenda when people say things like that.
Can I speak now? I mean, like,
sure.
Because I feel that to put an equivalent between, I mean, like, we just explained how.
But Mid, I never spoke to, Mid, I never spoke to them before that. I saw that comment and I went on Periscope. That's it. I never spoke to them before that, Mid. They came in my Periscopes before that, but I've never spoke to them before that.
Well, wait.
Shauna doesn't operate in that manner as far as I know her to. I think.
Well, here's the wait. Here's the thing. And you just said that what we say against whoever has the same equivalency and the same like credibility as, say, Lori or someone which just saw like what her credibility is worth. Talking against
what
her.
I said is some people on the other side, like Lori, like to blame their actions on, for example, Kat and Rory. And on our side, some people like to blame their actions on Nick and Irish. It's the same thing. I didn't accuse anybody specifically.
Well, no, see, here's what I'm saying.
I didn't say you, I didn't say anybody.
To say it's the same thing, though, that's kind of like what I'm wondering, because to me, it's like you just saw how, like, the pains that we have gone through to like, or not justify, but to, like, back up and, like, verify what we say.
But I think what Shauna is saying is
okay, but how can you back up and verify? There was no proof to say that Nick and Irish were, for example, talking to me before that or made that troll account, and then a couple of days later come to me and say, oh, somebody else made that troll account. It's clear here. When actually, I mean, I know that might be proof for you, but it's not actual concrete.
Well, yeah, but this is not a court of law. It's
not
a court of law.
Me, I'm operating on what I believe. And you're saying it's not a court of law, but you have a responsibility when you're accusing somebody of something to be able to back up what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's why I take it very seriously.
That's
why I don't assert things as fact. Like,
can I just I think that was Mid's question, Shauna, and I don't think he was telling you that's what happened, but what I'm understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Shauna is saying that when we throw out, okay, because Irish and Nick were in there, and a group of people that were in there that are usually against us start being gung-ho and saying, yes, it's her, that it's convenient and it makes it look that way. And Shauna's saying, what I understand is that we try to fight against that and throwing out more of a speculation than with the proof saying, okay, here is, for instance, Josh being the Susan Goldberg or Joyce or whoever the fuck that lady was. We all thought it, but we weren't for sure until he showed up on that account. So I think that's what Shauna is saying, is that maybe we could be a little bit more responsible as to our speculations than just saying, okay, hey, it was Nick and Irish, because it could have been anybody doing it for Nick and Irish, but they were just kind of jumping on it and kind of used Shauna's scope to push their motives. So I think that's like the only and I look up to you.
I look up to you and Mid and Tucci and Mara. When you guys are saying something, I pay attention to it because, first of all, you and Mid are very smart, and Tucci and JJ, you guys are very smart with what you're saying. And sometimes it's hard to decipher your opinion from actual credibility of what you're saying. And, you know, when I don't know how to say it in any other way. Like when you guys are saying something, I pay attention to it. And maybe it's because we have a similar goal or a similar message or similar friends, but it's also because you say it intellectually on a level that I can understand. And sometimes when you say something that might just be opinion and not fact, it's hard for me to get it. And I challenge everyone, not just you guys or anybody on the other side, but everyone in my life, and myself included, to make sure that what you're saying to the public is factual.
Yeah, I mean, since I've started this channel, it's become much more serious in my, I try very hard to like maintain the tone in such a way that it doesn't become Lori's hangout where people get riled up and then go out and attack someone, because I don't want to be a party to that, and I would feel responsible. So like, yeah,
Right.
when I started this channel, it became like way more serious. There's a lot more things that I had to weigh, and like JJ and I like have spitballed this a bit back when like we were starting this. And yeah, I consider her the co-founder of this channel because she helped me out so much just
thanks.
figure out everything. And like yeah, we were talking about like, well, what's the editorial like ethical path to take? How can we talk about the situation when there are so many unknowns? And how can we confer like a real conversation and try to establish the facts in such a way that doesn't stir up, a violent rhetoric or encourage attack of individuals? So, when I was just like playing around on Twitter, that was one thing. When I actually started this channel, it's something else. So this has been a learning experience, and it has been like, taking on more responsibility than I ever would have like forecasted for myself or figured, or it's more of a commitment than I, was expecting. But like, yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. There had to be a real shift. And I realized like, yeah, I couldn't just while out on Twitter, because it wasn't just a Twitter account anymore. It was, well, for lack of a better term, a show. So yeah, there's been a definite change in like, yeah, what I'm comfortable with posting, what I'm comfortable saying, and yeah. I mean, like, if I had just like, the fucking thing between Lori and Rory, if that had happened like 2 months ago, I would just have been like, like it would have been completely different. I was just like, fuck y'all. Like, I would have just totally like just been a complete asshole just because fuck it, But I can't, because I want this to not be a channel where people come to be assholes. Like, I want this to be more than that. There's enough of that. So yeah, it definitely had to change.
Mid said, I just want to read these. He said, I'm not accusing Nick and Irish. We were saying we know those accounts were done by the same person, but when Josh mentions all the posts to have come from one account, it leaves little to imagination. Then he said, I get what you're saying, Shauna. Unless you know something for a fact, don't say it's fact. We all make mistakes and could falsely accuse people, but we should also make a point not to throw baseless accusations.
Right.
I think that helps.
My reaction was when all I saw was Nick's comment when it said, can you admit you spoke with them before the scope? So it didn't seem like a question to me. It seemed like an accusation. Like, oh, just admit that you talked to them before you made your scope. So that's why I was going off of that. And
he was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. I don't refer to anyone, and JJ can attest to this, and I'm sure she wished that I did sometimes, when I'm about to do something off the spur of the moment. And that's unfortunate for me, because unfortunately I base things off of emotion instead of education. And that's something that I need to work on. So Felicia, again, if you accept my apology, I appreciate it. And that's all that I wanted to say.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I do accept that, and I definitely appreciate it, Shauna. Thank you. Yeah, like I have a lot of respect for you, and like, yeah, you say things very intelligently, and so yeah, like when you came out with an attack, it was like, what did I do? Like,
Sure.
yeah, yeah, and I think another thing is like something about proof, and yeah, this is not a court of law, but I just want to say like, there's physical proof, and then there's also
Can I just say
circumstantial
something
proof.
real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
LP, stop using my married last name. Why do you think that's appropriate?
What?
It's not.
Who's doing
She's
that?
trying to say that someone, and I'm not going to say their name, said that I was untrustworthy on another hangout. I never heard that. And why would you put somebody's last name in the side chat? Why?
That's wrong.
Okay, and Monique said, I heard Collie was in here. I got your messages that I was called a little brown girl in your chat. I'm now hearing you didn't say that, just chatters. So I was 100% wrong and do apologize.
I would
Okay,
like
Monique,
to-
that's fucked up. How about you say publicly that you did that on a public hangout? You can't accuse somebody publicly of something and then think you can say it in the side chat or on Twitter.
I would like to address a lot of that when Shauna.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you have a lot of
interrupted you too,
opinions,
Shauna.
Monique.
Oh,
on
okay.
Lori's
Yeah,
I'm
she's
a-
got to do it on Lori's panel
Right,
because
mhm,
she's
okay.
Yeah, I know.
I see.
she can't do it here. She has no backbone. Get the fuck out of
Same.
here.
Same
Yeah,
reason
you
Lori
went on
can't
for
talk
how
to
long?
us.
How long? But you don't care, right? You don't care.
Yeah,
LP,
Monique, you
why
talk a
are
lot
you
of shit
still
for someone who
putting
doesn't
my
have anything to
fucking
say.
last name in
Yeah.
here? I'm blocking them, Felicia.
Okay.
Yeah, block them.
Sorry.
Okay, so I have a few things I want to talk about, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Shauna, I don't want to steal your thunder, so
You go, girl.
okay. The first thing I want to address is, yes, the hangout that I did with Cauliflower. There were a lot of things that were hearsay that were brought up on Lori's channel and stated as facts, and therefore caused both of us, but especially Collie, to be absolutely trashed and accused of all these things. It's really, really stupid and
I was there too. I can back up what you're saying. None
you
of
were
that
there
shit
too.
happened. I was there.
No, none of it did.
It's
I was
really,
too.
Yeah.
really irresponsible to be spreading that. Nobody's pictures were put into the side chat except for Mike. What's his name? The Riverdance guy. My brain is like shut off.
Michael Flatley.
Monique, I get like high key like self-hatred vibes from you. I don't know what it is, but like this is weird. Like the shit you're saying.
We're insane.
Sorry,
Okay,
like
anyway.
Monique. I'm just saying like that's pretty. I don't know what your deal is, but like good luck.
I don't know, Monique. I could give a crap. I don't know, Josh. I don't care.
Bunny boilers, Monique, you know.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's maybe some kind of your own history in that. Like I don't know what it is, but I just feel kind of like, what the fuck? That's really weird, and I feel bad that you would go to that.
But that's
she's
okay
turning
for them
this
to
on
say.
to her.
That's okay for them to say.
I just wanted
They're
to point
allowed-
that out because these people like they get their jabs and then they run away. So
Yeah,
I'm sorry to
exactly.
interrupt you, Winter.
That's okay.
No disrespect, man.
No, I know.
No, you're not. Sorry.
So, Collie.
Yeah,
if you're a
thank you,
psycho,
Mitch.
what am I?
I'm sorry. One more. I'm so sorry, Winter. Mitch, just that
okay.
we were able to have a civil conversation with Lori, and you can't speak like an adult. Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly.
We just had her here. We all aired a bunch of grievances, Festivus, and what? But like what? Oh, you just well, you're all bunny boys. You're all fucking psycho. I'm out. Like, really?
Grow up.
We're the ones with the problem. Okay. All right. Have a nice day.
So, okay, so that's the first thing I want to address is there was a whole lot of hearsay. People were stating for facts that, pictures of us were put in the side chat and made fun of. They were Michael Flatley impersonators. So unless you strongly resemble Michael Flatley, it had nothing to do with you. You always want proof of everything. Show some proof about what you're talking about and stating as fact. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing I want to say is if Lori is actually any kind of medical professional, but especially a nurse,
Yes.
going on a hangout and or supporting somebody who is talking about people having a psychotic break, you should know better. And
Yes.
you should not be mocking it if that's what you really believe is happening. You should
Preach.
not be mocking it as a medical professional. You should
I
have
would
your
be
license
scared to
taken
lose
away
my
if you have one.
license.
Oh, she should have it taken away if she has
Absolutely.
one.
If it hasn't been taken away already.
Oh, you know what?
She's
Nothing.
lucky nobody's called anyone on her. I would
Yeah.
never do that, but damn.
No, I wouldn't either.
I would love it if Lori was here so that I could talk to her, but she doesn't, she's a coward. I also want to say I made a Periscope yesterday saying that I want to go my separate ways from all these people, and I do.
Mhm.
And I am asking publicly to stop saying my name. Stop saying my name. Because I hear my name without even trying at least twice a day. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be associated with you. I don't want any part of you. It's irresponsible, the facts that you are, or quote unquote facts that you're giving out without doing any kind of checks, without having any kind of proof. You guys sit up there, you call people horrible, vile names, you make fun of people, you're making fun of people that you think are having a psychotic break. You just mock people and you call them names, and but God forbid somebody makes a joke, somebody has fun on a hangout.
Lori has the audacity to talk about what somebody looks like and still is scared to get on camera.
Exactly. Like, are you kidding me? I just can't. None of the stuff that any of these people are saying actually happened. If it did, let's have a screenshot. I'm sure somebody recorded it. Show me where it happened, because it didn't. Because certain people were watching and ran back to other people and said, oh, they're saying this. Oh, they're doing this.
Yeah, can I clarify that? That I watched it. And what happened is Nick started a Periscope in the middle of the hangout, and he was saying, like, these people need help, blah, 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 whatever. Then he decides to tell Gigi that we were talking shit about her. One, I don't remember anyone mentioning her eyebrows. If they did, I'm sorry, but I don't remember that.
It was a picture of a Michael Flatley impersonator who
He had tattooed
eyebrows.
eyebrows.
Right, so it had, and then
so we're not allowed to say the word eyebrows without Gigi coming in.
Right,
and
so
I'm sorry,
they were in there, and then let me so
I'm sorry.
There were jokes. I mean, everybody. Collie was making impressions of me, although not that I was upset, but I just expected better. I was excited. So, then Nick says, they're talking bad about you. They're talking shit. Irish was saying it in the Periscope too. Yeah, Gigi. And then she comes in there and we're like, no, we were making impressions. She's like, oh, okay, that's fine. I like roasts or whatever. I can laugh at myself, which is why I've always liked Gigi. And then she runs off and makes a video about it. Nobody was talking shit about Gigi or anyone else.
Right. Exactly.
He started shit.
Can I get in here 1 second?
Yes.
I just feel like, I don't know, to me, it's like, it's at a point where, much like Monique, like what she just did, it's not even really about what's actually happening. Like, this cannot really be about us looking at fucking, like, Michael Flatley impersonators. This cannot be the real issue. Like,
no.
I think, and I mean, a lot of people that I see in their side chat, they come in and they're already pissed off.
Exactly.
Like, it really has nothing to do with what we do on these hangouts or these channels. Like what she says, it's her own perception that clouds it, and it doesn't reflect the reality. Like, anyone could see that. But, like, there are people who go through life who are incredibly frustrated and who feel like impotent to create change and to improve and to like find something fulfilling in life. And they walk around with this sort of hatred on constant like low burn, or like a slow burn. Exactly, Jenna. And I want to say thank you again. I saw you in that Periscope too, defending me. I want to say thank you too. But yeah, they are looking for a fight. Like they come in looking for a fight. And I feel like Gigi is, I mean, for better or for worse, I don't know like
they
what
use
to say.
her. They use her. She's loyal.
Okay.
She wants her friends. She has, from what I
Yeah, she
understand
hasn't
from
known you
her
for that
and
long.
Lori, that she had a brain injury from being hit. And so she's got a short temper or a short fuse. And then she reacts because she trusts these people and thinks they're her friends. And then they're the ones sending her pictures of me and whoever that Michelle girl is, and then she's posting them, but then she wants to say, oops, it was a mistake, but and then blame it on the trolls. Gigi has to understand that there are consequences, and she needs to take responsibility for her words and actions. You can't blame it on a brain injury. You can't blame it on I'm loyal and I'm defending my friends.
Nope.
And you can't
Right.
sit there and apologize and then repeat the same behavior for the last 6 months that she's been doing, where she freaks out, lets people get on her thing, talk shit, and then call foul when everybody defends or go after her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can I say
And,
something?
Like,
Go ahead.
I just want to say that, sorry, it's just the rant that Josh went on was so psychotic. The fact that Gigi was sitting there laughing at it, I found it disturbing. He put up the picture of that girl. Like, the reason I haven't posted that rant yet is because I'm trying to get her face off of it. Like, because I don't think it's fucking fair. And the fact that he would have gone to that extent thinking that it was me, that's terrifying. I mean, like, it's terrifying that she endorsed that. She sat there laughing, that she was like, oh, I'm really proud of you, Josh. You really did your homework. When he's sitting there.
Or didn't even
fucking
ask any questions about what he was saying at
Yep.
all. He just took everything that he said for fact. And again, she has a responsibility when she hosts a hangout to question and ask questions about things. Otherwise, to make sure that the audience understands that what he's saying is not factual. And she didn't do anything like that. She just let him spew his lies, and that's not okay. I want to say something else when we're done with all of this too.
Okay.
Go ahead, Shawnee.
Winter hasn't gotten to finish.
I know, it's okay.
Finish, Winter, finish.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They don't know any facts. They take hearsay and they run with it as fact, and they get their panties in a bunch, excuse me, without actually knowing what's going on. They could have come to me or Kali or Felicia or anybody that was actually there in the side chat and asked what really happened and actually, gotten some truth instead of some he said, she said,
Yeah.
But they don't do that. The Nina thing has run its course. Okay. They've already turned on each other a few times, so that's done. So now they have new people up there and they're bored and they are out of things to whine about. So they have to take whatever they can get, even if it's completely fabricated information, just because people were trying to have fun, people were taking up space on the internet, and they're threatened about it, or they have to take offense to it so that they can whine about it for 4 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, Mitch just said they don't care about the facts. They have nothing else to talk about. Yeah. It was funny because I was listening to that whole hangout last night that Lori had, and I was like, Nick went on and he started saying, oh, well, we need to talk about everything that isn't, Kat the Glam Life or whatever. And, because she's just going to keep coming back and back and back. And then, Monique actually got into an aside with, I think it was Blair's boyfriend about, oh, that's okay, Donna. You can have a foul mouth here. It's all good. They feed on lies and drama, right, Emerald? But sorry, what I'm trying to say, so they had an aside about whether or not it's okay for the guy, as a white guy, to use the N-word. And it was this back and forth, and it was a pretty interesting conversation. Well, I mean, it's a conversation that anyone, you know, who's been to college has heard a million times. But regardless, it was something that wasn't drama. It was an actual issue. It had political implications. It had social implications. It had like, it was related to society as a whole. That could have been the entree to a real discussion about something that is not drama.
Right.
And after like Monique had made her point, which on that one issue, I totally agreed with her. Right after that, Nick jumps in and said something about Kat, the glam life, and how they shouldn't talk about her. Like, instead of taking that and actually expanding on it and talking about like an actual issue that isn't drama, isn't gossip. This is like a complex thing.
Right. And it's hilarious. They always want the drama to end, but they have nothing else to talk about, and they know that. And the Kat and Rory thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I mean, like, exactly. Like, it was right there. That's a perfect thing for them to start talking about. And they just kind of threw it away. Like, even if they had something to talk about, they wouldn't know how to talk about it. It just went back to, Kat. Like, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, hello, it was right there.
Because they have no depth. They have no empathy. They have no, you know,
absolutely.
They're skin deep, and that's it. That's the end of it. The Kat and Rory thing, they can only milk that thing for so long. You know what I mean? So they're looking for stuff, and quite frankly, I'm done with it. This is my last hurrah. Thank you, Felicia.
Oh, well, thank you for coming on. I had no idea. Jeez.
Yeah. But really, I just wanted to clear all that stuff up about Kali's hangout. Do some research. Don't just take what somebody says to you and go run with it and use it as an excuse to act like a complete asshole, because that's not cool. Okay. I don't care what kind of mental illness you have. I have mental illness. I have bipolar disorder. I don't act like a complete asshole because of it. So that's not an excuse. I'm sorry, I'm cussing on your hangout. I hope you didn't monetize it.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's just like, it's enough. I'm not gonna stick around for, you know, Nick's apology tour, you know, number 27 or whatever it is. Because I don't care. So
I'm sorry. Nick is just so, like, people are so over him at this point. It's just so funny that, like, no one even cares. Like, it's over.
Exactly. So I've blocked all of them on Periscope. I've unsubscribed from their channels, and I am done. Like, I am cutting ties right now. All I ask is that everybody go their separate ways. Let's make a clean break, like I said in my Periscope yesterday. Do not say my name anymore, because I do not want to be associated with you guys. It was a good run.
Fair enough.
Nice to meet you. See you later. And that's it.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, thank you for being here, I guess, for your last hurrah. Yeah, I think you have every right to do that shit. I mean, good luck, girl.
Does anybody know how to get a hold of Jan? Felicia, would you mind her coming on?
Jan's
and being able to talk?
chat.
Okay.
Is she?
I might have to take an intermission.
She just got here.
No, okay.
I'm sorry. I've been on here it's been intense. I need a nap. I'm sorry. It's been a lot.
You've been doing good, girl. I want to say something else. I noticed a lot, too, because I do listen to both sides. I listen to Lori's Hangout sometimes in the morning, and I do notice that a lot of people say the same things about they say the same things about us that we say about them in generalized terms. So, like, they say that we don't listen, or that we have no depth, or that all we do is like drama. And there is a commonality there, and that commonality is pretty much the same. And it would be good if, you know, if some of them could just do that same thing. If they could come in here and listen, just listen, not argue, not anything. I go in there and I listen a lot. And sometimes I do pop off, but a lot of times I don't. A lot of times I just sit there and listen. And then later you can address whatever you heard that you didn't agree with. But sometimes I feel like we're all guilty of just talking and not listening to the other side. And it's important to do. I just wanted to say that because I noticed it when Monique was in here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she fighting words. I don't know. People didn't appreciate that. But yeah, I do want to have Jan on. I just like, oh man.
Oh, she
Yeah, I
said she was
needed.
too angry.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's the
later or the
last one.
next time. But I think
Oh.
Jan is really intelligent.
I
I
know,
think she
like
has a
she
lot
is.
to bring
Like,
to the table. She doesn't let people sway her or let her be a follower. And I think what Monique did to her was just complete
Horrible.
and utter fucked up bullshit. It was disgusting.
yeah, I mean,
But I think
no,
she would be fun.
absolutely. Like, I totally agree, and that's the thing. Like, I want her on. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
No, I think we're all exhausted.
What? You're human, Felicia? How dare you be human?
I know. I'm gonna need some coffee and then some fucking gin.
Oh, I'm having my coffee right now.
Yeah.
Coffee.
But yeah,
And
no,
I'd like to
Jen was
state for the
awesome.
record that
Like,
I was totally offended by your impersonation of me, Winter, so fuck you.
Fuck you back, Shauna.
yeah, I still don't really get what's so different about my giggle. Like, I don't know. Like, it's I heard your impression. It was good. I just was like, well, yeah.
I think it's just like
I don't
when
know.
you
Thank you.
first started
Good
typing,
job.
nobody expected you to sound or giggle the way that you did. I think that's a big part of it. And then your
Yeah.
I thought you
giggles.
were like a middle-aged woman before I heard your voice.
Oh.
I did.
Nope.
I had you pegged as like a house mom,
Hey, Jess.
maybe
Really?
raised a couple of kids.
I went to Wawa today to buy a
Does-
pack of cigarettes.
Wawa. That's I haven't heard that in a while.
It's Jersey, okay? No.
I have family in Jersey, so I know Wawa. I love Wawa.
And the woman took my ID and she was looking at it and she was looking at me and she did it like 3 times. And she was like, I thought you were like 17. I was like, I love you.
I keep hearing Betty Rubble. I have to look. I keep forgetting to look that up.
When I
look
was
up.
doing your giggle, my husband had no idea what I was doing. And he looked up the Betty Rubble laugh because that's what he thought I sounded like. And he was playing it on his phone.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just like busted. Oh, that giggle. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's so flattering. I don't. Yeah, it just comes naturally. What can I say? There it is, I guess. But yeah, thank you.
I like your
That'll be
giggle,
the
so
next
it's all
troll
good.
account. Felicia's giggle will be
You
the
want me
next
on?
troll account.
Sweet. I love it. Oh, she laughs like,
Go ahead.
because she laughs like, yeah, bitch, I know you're lying. Thank you, Lavender. That's what it's all about, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, I definitely want to get Jan on here. I can't believe I got the like word that this was happening like from mid like 10 minutes before we came on here. So I'm just
So do you want to stop and start again, or do you want like folks to entertain the side chat while you take a reprieve, or what do you want to happen next?
I don't know. I mean, I think it might be just so I don't fuck anything up, maybe stop. And if you guys want, we can reconvene in like an hour or two. I have to do a few things, but
That sounds good to me. I also wanted
Cool.
to say, just everybody try to laugh and be happy and enjoy your family and friends. It is Christmas weekend, and
Oh yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas and everything to
yeah.
everybody.
the holidays can be really crappy for a lot of people. Don't let this affect you. Leave this behind you and just have fun and enjoy. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
I mean, this whole thing was about laughing at this people, like this group of people who like were just taking everything so damn seriously, and that's how I started commenting, and that's how this happened. So yeah, this is about fun. It's always been about fun.
Mhm.
And yeah, I will come back, Melanie, and yeah, I'll just totally. We'll be back. This is like the intermission, like old timey.
You should play your funk music for the intermission.
Oh, my porn music
Yeah.
that everyone loves. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Thank you for having me on, Felicia. It was nice to be on your hangout.
Oh,
for
Me
the first
too,
time.
Felicia.
Thank you.
Will you let us know
letting me
when you decide to start?
Yeah, I'll be on Twitter. How about that?
All right, cool.
Yeah, 2 hour break. That sounds about right. Yeah, 2 hour break then.
Cool.
Yeah, well, isn't Collie's laugh hysterical? Like
It is.
I listened to that like 6 hour hangout myself again, and I just fucking like cut the fuck up the whole time. It was awesome.
See, it was not malicious, guys.
Yeah, no, there's nothing malicious about any
It's
of
just fun. So
this. Well,
just
yeah.
try to laugh.
Exactly. Like, if you left, that's the worst thing you could do
Mhm.
to them. Really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, my whole goal in life is to be happy, make other people happy, make other people laugh at the expense of myself, and that's it. You know what I mean? Just enjoy shit and stop being assholes. That's my final word on that.
Yeah, and like you've like brought so much like brevity to this that I really appreciate you being around, and I think we're all gonna miss you.
Oh, thank
Maybe
you.
if you want,
No,
you can pop in every now and then and do some impressions because
Yeah.
totally.
I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to be on Periscope and Twitter
Sweet.
and all that. I'm just not going to be addressing any of that anymore. And I hope that they will at least respect that and let me go. Let me out of the cult. Let me go.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So.
Okay. So okay, so I guess Sean is having a hangout now, so you guys can do that. And if you guys want, then I'll come back and we can, if y'all want.
Yeah,
we'll see what
definitely.
happens. But yeah, like 2 hours maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh my goodness. Well,
right.
thank you everyone, and yeah, thank you Winter, thank you Shauna, thank you
Felicia.
JJ, thank you Snake, thank you Rory, thank you Lori. Who else? No, were there more? I can't even. I don't know. Thanks, Mid, for letting me know that this was something that could have happened, or I totally would have missed this opportunity. So thank you. And thank you, everyone in the side chat. I'm sorry I've neglected you in the past or recent events have been a little bit crazy. Artemis, thank you, Artemis. And yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much. This is Viewer's Choice, and we will be back for a special holiday two-parter, whatever. Shit's crazy. Let's all have another fucking episode. Why not? Huh? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thanks again.
Bye,
Winter.
guys.
All right.
Thank you.